And ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Welcome to the Midnight Hour. This is your host, Lloyd White, aka BDB, Azimuth. I have several different names. Hey, I was just going to say, who gave us a thumbs down already? Went up. All right, well, I've been pretty busy working all week. I haven't had a day off yet. So I don't really know what's going on in the news. I really haven't had any time at all whatsoever. So while Jeff's show was still going, I was picking around. Let me see if I can pull up this article. Uh, Share my screen here. During the day, my computer's fine. And then as soon as I want to do something on it, it runs slow. Go figure. The screen now. And I actually found this on InfoWars. And it says, do you think that men should be having babies? So when I first read the article, I was like, okay, what the hell is this? The line is a 21-year-old man has a baby, and doctors say womb transplants for men will soon be possible. So I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous. A man can't have a baby. So I started to read. And I don't buy into the whole pronouns thing. I refuse to call someone by their pronouns. If you look like a guy, I'm going to think you're a guy. If you look like a girl, I'm going to think you're a girl. Wrong? Well, too fucking bad. What do you want me to do about it? So, over in the UK, a 21-year-old British man named Hayden Cross. Wait a minute. Hayden Cross is a porn star. Just saying. Named Hayden Cross had just given birth to a baby girl. But of course, Hayden was not actually born a man. Hayden used to be known as Paige Cross. So they went from a girl with a girl's name to a guy with a girl's name. Girl's name? But eventually a decision was made to embrace a transgender lifestyle. However, Hayden put his transition on hold in order to become pregnant and give birth. News outlets like InfoWars here buy into this shit. Someone preaches he's a Christian. I personally don't see Christians getting too involved with the whole transgender scene. Certainly not my scene, I'll tell you that right now. I think those people need help if they need. Cookies 2050, what's up? You on here before? Article I thought was pretty strange. Yeah, New York Times. Yeah, I've been just working, ladies and gentlemen. 10, 12-hour days. This is the time where I take my bone broth and throughout the year while the weather's still nice. Attribute all my strength to the bone broth. Man, this takes forever. All right, check this shit. The New York Times. So now my allergies are all out of whack. Chrissy Trayson. Give me 1 second and I will to join the show live. I was just waiting for a few more people to come in. Cool. What's up? All right, the link should be in the chat now. You could just click on that link and you could join the show live. Burning down Babylon. Wouldn't that be fucking cool? Otherwise, you're just gonna have to listen to me ramble for 2 hours, half asleep. So if you don't like it, you're just gonna have to wait. So New York Times, even after the whole connection was proven to be false, and still push the Russia narrative. I scream at you guys. Share the screen so you could see what's going on. Doing. It works the way you want it to. So we're on the New York Times here. Email was said to indicate Clinton dirt was part of Russian plan to aid Trump. Trump Jr. was told of Moscow's link. When they go, and I mean, I know why they do it, because while most people are, investigating the Trump-Russia connection, you are being diverted from real things that are going on, like, Trump talked the talk for president saying, he wasn't going to put ground troops in Syria, and by March, he doubled the amount of troops there, and now he's using Kuwait as a springboard to send another 2,500. So there'll be a total of 3,500 in Syria. On my Twitter account, I was retweeting Trump's tweets, shit on Obama for sending people to Syria, sending troops to Syria. This one here. The remains of the Romanovs were the Russian royal family right before World War I. And these same, fake lefty commie Jews that are running the whole left-wing part of the left-right paradigm. Well, they were the same lefty radicals even back then, even 100 years ago. And they wanted to break up the Tsar because he was the last monarch in Europe, and he was a Christian, so he had to go. And if, Russia and Germany and Poland would have linked up together, the whole Zionist cabal could not have gotten off to the start that it did, where, each one of the Rothschilds went to, London, France, Italy, Austria, and they each set up a branch of their bank, which, the Germans and the Russians were totally against. The Zionist Jews did is they got the United States involved, and then that was a wrap. What's going on in the chat? What's up, guys? Chrissy, I haven't seen you before. Natalie, welcome, ladies. The ladies are always welcome here at the midnight hour. Yeah, Trey, the Rothschild family is like the McDonald's franchises. They have their little grubby fingers in all the banks. I always wonder, who's ahead of the. Yeah, Trace and ladies' night. Woo woo! I always wonder who's ahead of the Rothschilds because they have to have a master. No, I'll just basically say this. I was involved in real life in some criminal activities, we'll just say. And when I got to meet the higher ups, we'll just say, they were never people that you knew. Like the top people always hide in the shadows. So it's like the Rothschilds are the people we get to see. Oh, who's their boss? I want to know who the Rothschilds answer to. So everyone in the chat is doing all right. If you have any questions or something, just fire them at me. Or I'll post a link again. If you just give me a second here. You can actually come and join me live. Why don't you get on here, Trayson, you son of a bitch? Yeah, Trey, that's what I think too. That these people don't come out of the shadows. They employ people to take the heat and be the face of the corporation. Well, you don't get to know the owner. You know. Hey, Amanda's here. What's up, Amanda? The link is in the chat if you want to join. All right, Trayson, join when you're ready. There's always a spot for you, sir. Yeah, I don't have any kind of articles planned. I show prep done whatsoever. I did not have the time working. While Jeff's show is still going, I was going to look at this article. If it goes. Wall Street could lose billions if the U.S. ends forced arbitration. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau is adopting a rule that would restore millions of Americans' rights to file class action suits. But lawmakers are facing pressure to block it. Yeah, well, of course, because, all these banks are just screwing people. You think that the housing market isn't rigged. I talk about that movie, The Big Short, all the time. And if you're not a person who keeps up with banking or the housing market, or you're not, up to date with how financial instruments work, The Big Short is an excellent movie. There's a few stars in it. Brad Pitt's in it. Steve Carell. Uh, there was another big name actor in it. I can't remember at the moment. But if you want to learn about banking and how Wall Street rips people off, The Big Short is an excellent movie. And, in The Big Short, it talks about how these banks just leverage money. So they will physically have, say, dollars, and they will loan that same $5 million out time and again, interest off each loan. So what banks do is they loan out money that they don't actually, then they collect the interest on that money. And what the Big Short got into is they basically gamble your money away. And if they lose and they rack up a big bill, they just get bailed out. If they win, they keep the money. Do it all over again. But these people, they took it to a whole new, different level where it got to the point where they spent everyone's money. It was fucked. Oh, all right. See, when you go on the New York Times, if you're sitting still, it refreshes and sends you back to the top of the screen. Place. Hit right click and I opened a new window. So, U.S. agency moves to allow class action lawsuits against financial firms. Yeah, see, like you can't even sue these people. These people could fill your head with a bunch of bullshit. You give them your money, they gamble it away and lose it. Sue them for ripping you off. Let's read what it says here. A nation's consumer watchdog adopted a rule on Monday that would pry open the courtroom doors for millions of Americans by prohibiting financial firms from forcing them into arbitration in disputes over their bank and credit card accounts. Yeah, like how many times I know when I got credit cards, you miss a payment on it and they put your interest rate up to like 29.9. Or to do the math, at 29.9, if you just made the minimum payment, you wouldn't even pay that back while you were still alive. So you would just be paying interest payments for the rest of your life, never paying off the principal. But that's exactly what they want. All they want you to do is pay the interest payments. They don't want you to pay them off. The action by the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau would deal a serious blow to banks and other financial firms, freeing consumers to band together in class action lawsuits that could cost the institution billions of dollars. Yeah, it's going to cost them billions of money, billions of dollars of money that they ripped people off. This gives a chance for people to get some of their money back. They don't care. They don't give one shit. They're there to make money and fast. And the whole credit rating bureaus, they're involved in it too. Like Moody's. So they'll invent a financial instrument and they'll give it a big fancy name like credit default swap. And then they'll take it down to a rating house. They'll basically tell the ratings either you give us a AAA rating or we'll just go to someone else who will. So all these ratings places were giving out AAA ratings to these financial instruments that weren't worth shit. They were complete garbage. They weren't worth anything. And then once they place that AAA rating on it, that makes people believe that the things they're selling are good, that they're not garbage, and that's a lie. And then some schmuck buys them and gets fucked out of their money. But you see, the banks don't care because they get a fee for selling this stuff. And once they make their fee, they don't care what happens to them. They don't care what happens to you. They don't care what goes on. Quick, and they're out the door. They do the same with selling stocks. They get a commission. Once they make their commission, they could care less what happens. Blah, blah, blah. It's just a quote. The new rule, which would take effect next year, is almost certain political firestorm in Washington. Both the Trump administration and Republicans have pushed to rein in the Consumer Finance Agency as part of a broader effort to lighten regulation on the financial industry. The rule should be thoroughly rejected by Congress under the Congressional Review Act, says Jeb Henserling. In the last election, the American people voted to drain the DC swamp of capricious, unaccountable bureaucrats who wish to control their lives. Well, come on. If that was true, look at the people that Trump brought into his administration in the first 90 days. Trump didn't drain the swamp. He fucking jumped in the swamp. He did a dive into the swamp along with them. Let me see what's going on in the chat here. Guy. The other guy is, that's Black Cube. Like I said, I haven't been online and I don't have any messages from him. He may be busy or trying to scroll up here. 3 thumbs down already. I've been talking for what, 20 minutes? It's probably my Tommy Robinson trolls. Maybe I'll show you guys the comments. Tommy Robinson. Maybe we'll go over the comments. And these people think that like they're insulting you by calling you names. But personally, I think it's hilarious. I love that the whole, Tommy Robinson cult gets upset shit out about the guy. We're trying to scroll up here to see what's going on in the chat. Here we go. What's up, Uncommon Conspiracies? I dropped the link if you want to join. Credit cards are evil. Yes, they are. Credit cards are okay, but you can't get crazy with them. Like I would use them. I don't have any anymore. I cut them all up because I just can't, because then I see shit that I want and I buy it instead of purchasing needs. Now, I do it the old-fashioned way. I save up for things, have the money to buy it, then I don't buy it. Unless it's, diapers or baby food or something my kid needs, I don't get it. So my money goes in order like this. First it goes to my kid, then it goes my needs left over, which usually I have a few bucks. That's my wants. And I just buy supplements for working out and books. All right, I just kind of scan through the chat. Sorry it's so slow, guys. They do. I'm going to post a link in the chat again. If anyone wants to join the show live, you can come and talk to me. Talk about whatever you want. Alrighty. I don't really see anything else in this article. They let the banks run wild. They let the banks gamble our money away. And then there's nothing you can do about it. And that's just that. I mean, it's how they control us. Because these banks issue credit. And they also issue the currency. One thing I'll explain about usury. Usury means charging an exorbitant amount of interest. it's okay to charge interest on a loan, but when you charge a percent that is so high it's ridiculous, then you're getting into usury. And, you know, back in the medieval times and prior to that, when they were first coming out with banking and currency and stuff like that, it was for, say, the king or one of his Christian, administrators to handle the royal treasury and charge interest. Who is the royal families back then would hire Jews to do it, because Jews are allowed to charge crazy interest on loans. And the reason the Christians wouldn't do it is because usury can get you excommunicated from the church. So that's where the whole usury thing comes in. Black Cube.
Hey, I must not have gotten the invite. What's going on?
I didn't even send one. I didn't see on the show. I got here a little late.
Weird. So, what are we talking about?
I was reading an article on the New York Times. They're going to try to make it Wall Street after they gamble away your money. And you kind of caught the tail end of that. I was talking about usury.
Right, the thing that Martin Luther accused the Jews of.
The Jews never did anything.
Right, but our Congress is about to. You heard of Bill S-1241?
I haven't heard of anything this week, dude.
Well, Bill S-1241 is the bill that they're trying to pass in secret behind everybody's back. This is the one that's not getting published out to the crowd. And, they never, the whole Obama, repeal Obamacare is basically to cover for this bill that's going in. This bill is actually for money laundering, Combating Money Laundering, Terrorist Financing, and Counterfeiting Act of 2017. Basically, what's going on with this bill is they're saying now that Bitcoin and cash, respectively, are financing terrorists, that nobody is going to be allowed to have a certain amount of cash on hand or Bitcoin on hand unless it goes through a financial institution. This right here should be a call to arms to everyone. Basically, they're saying if you're caught with cash on hand over a certain amount, or you're caught with Bitcoin over a certain amount, you will go to jail. And with what they did with Ross Ulbricht, if you're familiar with him, the guy who actually was one of the admins known as the Dread Pirate Roberts for the Silk Road, if you're familiar with that. Silk Road was actually a website on the dark web where you could actually purchase goods and circumvent current laws in place. So basically, they have him under arrest, and they sentenced him to 40 years in prison, essentially a life sentence for this guy, for a nonviolent crime. This is essentially the government stepping up their game and encroaching on everybody, and all the pieces are starting to fall into place.
Yeah, they put those, if you could hold it up to the light, you could see that little strip that runs through the bill. That's a magnetic strip. And so let's say you have, $250 in your wallet and you're walking down the street, one of these scanners, they can actually tell you how much money is in your pocket because of the magnetic strips that are in the money. The RFID tags in the money.
I must have spaced out. What?
No. No, I said there's magnetic strips in your money, RFID strips.
Oh
And
yeah.
without you knowing, you could be walking down the street with, say, $250 in your pocket, and
Well,
just with
dude.
an RFID gun, they could scan your wallet and tell you what's in your wallet.
Yeah, dude. I mean, they put it in your credit cards and debit cards. Your debit card actually has the RFID chip that has, if you look at certain credit cards, they have that wave symbol, which means it can basically be picked up on Wi-Fi. It's got a scanning, and that's why it's running around. So, yeah, not only are the notes chipped, but your debit cards and everything else you use for cash is, fucking chipped.
And they talk to each other.
You can probably be picked up with satellite on that thing.
They do the same for your license plates now. Like in Pennsylvania now, you don't have to get a registration sticker when you got your car registered. You used to change your sticker every year. Now it's built right into the plate. The Pennsylvania State Police have scanners back of their car. So let's say, a state police trooper comes driving through town, and as he's driving through town and there's cars parked on both sides, his car is reading everyone's inspection sticker, their registration, and their insurance. Driving around with no insurance, the cop doesn't even have to do anything. It pops up as an alert on his computer screen, and then he pulls you right over. They're also going to add in your criminal record as well. So if you have, any kind of outstanding warrants, your fines, again, your ID can talk to the chips in your license plate, and then the cop could just pick up that data wirelessly.
Well, essentially, this is a push to the cashless society, and eventually, with a move to transhumanism, it's actually going to be something that they implant within you. Not only that, it could be gene tampering, like you see in those droid commercials, where they show like everything's like a part of you. It's either something implanted or it's something, gene edited, like with CRISPR or something to that effect.
I think first it'll
And,
be something. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, everybody is too busy fighting about the Flirth and the Mandingo effect that they can't really see that it's right around the corner. And, nobody's talking about this bill that's going through Congress. And this is essentially the thing that every American, everybody in this chat too, with the exception of our international friends, should be writing to their congressman or their senator telling them, you either kill this bill or we kill you. Because this is the point where American citizens should rise up like they did back in the 1776, not to sound like Alex Jones, but this is tyranny. Nobody's talking about it.
Sure, to 1776 is 1984 plus tax.
Exactly. But, everybody is just too busy fighting amongst themselves. And, who the fuck is talking about this? Nobody knows. I mean, has anybody in the chat heard this bill? I hope you guys have. You guys are usually really well informed. And for our international audience, does anybody have a bill going through theirs that's similar to this? Once again, the bill is S1241. Almost sounds like trucker talk. S1241, Niner.
Well, if it has the S tag on it, that means it's already gone through the House of Representatives and it's in the Senate now.
If this gets, then you need to call your senators, because if this gets passed, the American citizenry is fucked. They made an example out of Ross Ulbricht. I'm going to space out here for a bit.
Some space cadet action. Spacing out. Let's see what we can find on the interwebs. Before, I've had work every single day, so I haven't had time. I leave at 8 in the morning. I get home around 8, and then I quick hurry home to get to the show. I'll look in the news here and see what we got. There's something about ISIS here. We could check this out. Well, about the ground troops in Syria. I started looking into it. They lied about that. You know, Obama sent about 500 troops. As soon as Trump got in office, he sent another 500. And that's in Raqqa. Yeah. And Raqqa is on the Euphrates River. And that city has Syria's largest dam. It's hydroelectric. I would imagine it is. So, you know, you got a lot of Syria's electricity, and that's its biggest dam. So that has a lot to do with its water supply. Let's see what's going on here. Islamic State held Mosul, pardon the pronunciation, for 3 years before being defeated in a battle that lasted 9 months. By this bullshit, because the whole, you know, terrorist thing, you know, Libyans. The Libyans were the terrorists in the 80s. And they even like made a joke about it in the movie Back to the Future. Remember the Libyan terrorist, you know, Doc from Back to the Future? The scientists sold pinball parts to the Libyans for some nuclear material so we could get the time machine car going. But, you know, that was back in the 80s.
You know,
They were
that's all
talking about programming. Well, the Libyans at that time were the bad guys. You know, you don't hear much about Libya.
Yeah, you do. Hillary Clinton destroyed it.
Yeah, well, they were doing good until, you know.
Until Hillary Clinton pretty much X'd, what's his face? Gaddafi, that's it.
Gaddafi. I read a good article, and Gaddafi wasn't allowing refugees from the Middle East and Africa into Europe. A cork on the bottle there. And besides that, you know, the whole golden dinar, he was going to make his own money. Soon as Gaddafi got taken out of Libya, you know, the green flag to start the refugees to flooding into Europe. But that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, to saw the Jeff C show tonight. It was pretty funny. I think everybody went full retard tonight. You know, it's a beautiful thing. You know, because he was picking up the live stream of Alex Jones, and everybody on there went full retard. And I swear, you see Mike Cernovich talking, you think to yourself, that's like a reverse Caitlyn Jenner. It's like Caitlyn Jenner in reverse. It's hilarious. But Mike Cernovich. But yeah, the whole Alex Jones thing, the live stream was President Trump, the president of peace. That has so much irony that you could actually stick it into a sock and bludgeon a homeless person to death with it. That's the amount of irony was in that title alone.
What did he do that was peaceful is what I want to know.
You know, I was about to say he sent peace bombs to Syria. They were food bombs. medical aid bombs.
He
Just like
sent
the
troops
swastika.
there in March. He sent ground troops to Syria in March.
Oh yeah, he was sending everybody to send high fives over there.
Oh,
Just like
yeah.
the swastika is not really a swastika; it's a friendship windmill.
Yeah, they ordered.
Exactly.
I forgot about that.
But anyway, it's just hilarious seeing them pull what they can and try to salvage Trump's, they've become CNN for the Trump campaign. That's essentially it. They are now officially Trump propaganda, which is hilarious because it's exactly what they claim not to be, and, meet the old boss, same as the new boss.
Working with the media.
They are the media now. Just because
I don't
they're on
think
the
there's
internet. Just because
difference,
they're on.
because like he'll tweet some shit out and then the news picks it up, just like how the AP, they'll write the story and then they'll send that out and all the newspapers will pick it up. And if you look at my hometown newspaper and you look at the New York Times or the USA Today, it's all the same shit. It doesn't matter if you're a national newspaper or a local. They just go to the AP and copy whatever stories. And they're word for word. They even use the same talking points.
Well, you got to remember the same company pretty much owns a lot of the media outlets. So you're going to have recycled material upon recycled material that's gone through state censors and propagandists as they frame the narrative.
Yeah, I saw Jeff use that picture with all the red blocks on it showing all the newish people involved in the media, and the blue were the
right. Well, if you guys
Arabs. Go ahead.
Well, you got to remember too, those are Saudis, and they don't really count as Arabs, do they? I mean,
pretty much they are, right?
Fox News is owned by, one of the co-owners is that Saudi guy who pretty much, they suck Israel's dick. So we know which side their bread is buttered on. But Brother Nathaniel, if you guys want to see like how much of the media actually is owned by Jews, check out some of his stuff on his channel. Brother Nathaniel has some really good stuff too. I mean, the cool thing about him was he was a former Jew who actually converted to Christianity. And with his conversion, he came out with a lot of the truth that they try to bury.
Play videos on here.
But as we say, it's not just the Jews that are in this, folks. It's the Jews, it's the Catholics, it's the Freemasons. I mean, they all go to the same, they're all different sides of the same pyramid, which goes to high-level Luciferianism. They all have the same symbols. They all believe the same things. They all worship the same God of this world. And that's the funny thing. A lot of these people, in high-ranking positions, they're not atheists. They have a certain set of beliefs. Hold on. Need to adjust myself.
What are you taking a piss?
No, I was about to say, with all the GMOs in my food, I was having the influx pancreas. I'd be surprised if I could.
Whip it out, man.
Yeah, I'd rather not scare our audience. Oh, man.
Anaconda in their room.
Well, thanks for the confidence booster, but not quite the case. By the way, I came across a weird article, actually. This one is The Perfect Crime Foiled by a Mosquito. Basically in Paris.
Whip it out. Sorry, I'm laughing at the chat. Go ahead.
Basically in Paris, what they had going on is they're now starting to look at forensic evidence through mosquitoes in the area now. They're saying that they're going to check out mosquitoes in the crime scene, you know, check the blood of what they swallowed because it lasts for 48 hours. And I mean, you know, that's just one. If you think about it, that's not a very good way of catching criminals, because populated area is going to bite. You know, you're not going to, you know, especially if there's a bunch flying around, they're going to take everyone there. I mean, it's 48 hours, first of all. Plus, multiply that by the number of people. It's just going to be another way to frame people, in my opinion.
I don't know, don't mosquitoes bite different people? I don't know if they bite one person and fill up and then they're good, or
but you got
weird, isn't it?
But you got to remember too, they're giving it a 48, hour time frame, and by that time it could have bit somebody else, exactly like you said. So unless they're saying that 48 hours later, they don't bite anybody till 48 hours, but I don't think that's the case, because I've had the same mosquito bite me twice and within a short period of like 5 minutes. Or I've seen.
How the fuck are they going to catch these mosquitoes, though? Like, where are they going to get the mosquitoes from?
As I said, I think they're going to use this to frame people, because it sounds like a load of shit. Because it's for crimes where there's no other forensic. In other words, it's for crimes where they're drawing at straws. But going back to that Ross Ulbricht thing, that sets a very scary precedent for the United States. Basically, they're telling you, if you think differently, because this judge said if you watch the James Corbett report, he did a piece on this. The judge basically told him that you think that the government's a threat and we can't have that. I'm like, well, that just proves that you're a fucking threat. Insane. So yeah, they are now, looks like they're now criminalizing wrong thing, or wrong thought, or however that goes. Starting to think that they took Orwell's 1984 and started using it as a blueprint for how they want to run society.
Well, George Orwell is a very interesting character. George Orwell's not his real name.
Oh yeah, it's a pen name.
He worked for the British in India. He ran the British secret police in India. So he was there firsthand with spies and putting out propaganda. So that's what prompted him to write that book in the 50s. He wrote that in 1948. And I would say Animal Farm must-read books. They're two books that I've read. They're definitely worth the like 300-400 pages.
Yo, what's up, guys?
The end of 1984 is good because they basically smash out all of his teeth.
What the hell is that?
What's up, guys?
Hey,
it's Sanchez. It's cracking. How you guys doing?
Uncommon.
How you guys doing, man?
You filming live at Comet? I was about to say, you filming live at Comet Ping Pong?
I didn't want to say it, but yeah, I am.
He's exactly
where I'm at.
From Comet Ping Pong.
I was driving by a Mexican spot. It looked pretty good, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna check it out. And
a Mexican spot in California?
I know.
What are the odds?
Crazy, right?
Hell, I'm in Florida. There is no such thing as Mexican food down here.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
all Cuban food.
No,
they say it's
real.
Mexican.
I heard about that. And I heard that if there is a Mexican spot, that it's like it's not good at all. It's like American.
Oh no! I mean, originally I'm from the South. I'm from Arkansas. We had Mexican food. The place where I was at wasn't that far from the border.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So what are you guys talking about?
I was talking about James Albrecht. You ever heard of him? Dread Pirates Roberts, the guy who familiar with the Silk Road?
No, I don't know what that is. Is that a book?
The Silk Road was a dark website. Drugs, guns, murder for hire.
Oh, okay. It's like the black market.
Yeah, essentially. It's an exercise, in my opinion, it's an exercise in freedom.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So what about that?
Well, basically, they slapped him with 40 years in a federal pen, no parole, for having a differing opinion than the government. Basically, the government doesn't like competition.
Right.
Government doesn't want competition in drugs, murder for hire. That's what they do best.
For sure.
Hey guys, I'm gonna a bone broth real quick here. I'll be right back.
Is there like, do you have salsa or anything like that? Oh, so what kind is it?
It's a red pan.
Anywho, let's see what else is new with the world. You know, that's another, all this stuff about Trump, you know. Once again, that bill, that's exactly why they're putting all this shit in the front news and they're putting that bill to the back. They really don't want you to know that they want to control your finances. How finances are basically the final form of your personal freedom. Because once they control your money to that aspect, you're done.
Oh yeah, it's all going downhill, especially with what you guys were talking about earlier. With you can't have cash on you, or Bitcoin.
Oh,
I don't use
not at all.
Bitcoin or anything like that, but cash is my thing. Every time I get paid, I take my paycheck straight to the bank. I don't do direct deposit, and I cash that, and I just have cash in my pocket all the time. So that'd be crazy if they pass some sort of bill.
Smart, but they want people, with 10 years. In fact, they actually had it for 5 years. Now they want to go for 10. That's one of the things they're. So basically, for nonviolent crimes, they want to put you away for a weekend, which actually, that's against the. Can't remember which amendment it is. Unfair, unjust punishment. Cruel and unusual punishment. That's it. Totally forgot. Because that alone is cruel and unusual punishment right there.
Well, listening to Alex Jones is that too.
Fair enough. At the same time, I haven't heard Alex Jones talk about it, so who's the shill?
Yeah, I can't stand that motherfucker now.
Anybody who's not talking about this, that's part of the truth community, needs to get their head out of their ass, stop looking at the flirth, and stop looking at the Mandingo effect and going, hey, we are actually at siege right now. As Obama was, this right here is just unfucking believable. You're too busy looking at the tranny garb, too busy looking at the gay agenda. They've got us too, this is a matter that affects everybody. Pedos suck and they need to go jail and burn in hell. But, this is something that's going to affect us all. And this alone, if this passes, I think this might have been one of their master plans all along because nobody's talking about it. And as I said before, anybody in the chat, if you're a United States citizen, please contact your senator, tell them to kill this bill. This bill is one that needs to die.
Yeah, that's interesting, man. I had no idea. It was the first time I've heard about it, but it makes sense because there's a push toward a cashless society, and that's one of their main goals, I think. And that's why I only use cash every time I go. Like, I'm one of the ones that are trying to fight it and trying to talk as much people as I can into doing the same thing too.
But now they're making it illegal to carry a certain amount of cash, so that's going to kill that. So this is all playing right out before our very eyes, you know? Everybody was talking, you know, 10 years ago, nobody thought this was ever possible. But nowadays, you know, everybody's too into the convenience of having the card, or the convenience of eventually getting a chip in them, or the convenience of fucking... You see zombies line up for days for their stupid next upgrade for their phone. As far as I'm concerned, we're kind of fucked here.
You guys, I don't know if they have this where you live, but in my area, that they have this. Ah, man, I can't even remember what it's called, but it's they moved over to this chip that they put into debit cards and credit cards, and it's also it's still got the it's got the strip, but
we were talking about that.
Yeah, and it's like it's a big change. Well, because I don't use debit really, rarely occasion when I run out of cash, but it doesn't make the whole process faster, and that's what they claimed. Oh, it's going to be faster, whatever. But like, no, you got to dip it now, and you got to wait there for 30 seconds. And
well, it used to be just slide it in, you're good to go. No, that's all part of the bullshit. You know, it's just basically taking information of what you buy, how much, where you bought it, under the guise of security. And as Benjamin Franklin once said, those who would trade their freedom and liberty for security deserve neither.
People don't know is those RFID tags, they are constantly transmitting their signal. You have them in your money, you have them in your license plate, you have them in your Mac card and your license and stuff like that. And because it's constantly transmitting a signal, proper equipment could pick up those signals, and they could have your, the PIN for your Mac card, and they could steal your identity. They could GPS. I mean, the whole 9 yards.
Oh yeah, no, I think it's called EMV chip, an EMV chip, because I remember making a video about it like a while back. And it's a scam because they claim it's for security reasons to make it. But now the criminals are finding another way of, they might not be able to use it in person, but the amount of theft that's going on, online theft by people using your credit card number online, that's skyrocketed because they can't use it, replicate your debit card or whatever and then use it on the streets anymore because of the technology. But criminals are going to find a way either way. Might as well use cash.
Oh yeah, of course. They tried to ban guns, and criminals still get guns. All you're doing is basically abusing the law-abiding citizen when you do something like that.
Yeah.
Criminals find a way, man.
Hey, but is that true what you were saying though about the strip being, an RFID? Because I don't know if that's true. The strip in the. Well, it does sound a little bit ridiculous to start off with, but it's like, wouldn't that mean that it needs to be
a
like
cashless society? But they're doing it.
Yeah. So there's an RFID signal. This has been proven. Are there like any videos of people showing that there's a signal off of the money?
Look it up. Don't ever believe me. Do your own research, man.
Oh yeah. No,
I don't want you to believe me.
I will tell you this.
Have you guys seen something like that though, or no?
I have seen it with the credit cards. That for sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm not sure about the cash. I'd have to research on that one.
Yeah. It might be true. Yeah, I'm gonna look that up too.
But it's definitely true about the credit card. That I have seen.
Definitely.
As Trayson pointed out, it's a big club and you ain't in it. You and I are not in the club. Very good George Carlin quote. And ladies and gentlemen, we are not part of the fucking club.
Started typing in MA and Mandingo fighting came up in my Google search.
Oh, that's because you've been looking up a lot of Mandingos lately, haven't you?
Hey,
what's the
pickaninny
Mandingo?
ain't worth a penny.
What's what?
I don't know that word. Mandigo. What is it?
Oh, you can tell him. I won't be held accountable for this. Go ahead. Tell him.
For Mandingo. Mandingo is a black porn star, and he has a incredibly large penis. Is I don't know if it was real or not, but they in Django they had Mandingo fights where they would fight slaves to the death.
And they had a fight with their
Mandi-
tongues.
It wasn't a sledgehammer fight, but
Oh, that's funny. The Mandingo effect, huh?
Transportation and Intelligence Minister Israel Katz backed a new Greater Jerusalem bill. Fuck, they're not even hiding it anymore. Submitted Monday that would add Gush Etzion, Efrat, Betar, Elit, Givat, and Mala Adumim. By the way, I'm fucking these names up, but I don't care. Probably not adding enough phlegm to it.
yeah, you
Home
gotta.
home to 1,500 Israelis to Jerusalem's municipal boundaries, creating a greater metropolitan area, and in effect annexing those settlements, Arab village in the area that lie outside the Fuck, they're not even hiding it anymore. It's right there in the name, Greater Jerusalem. Holy shit. First thing you type in when you type in UN News. Damn. So
S1241. It's talking about fitting when the Federal Reserve is exactly by definition what a counterfeiting is. At least they're gonna help us with counterfeit their counterfeit money.
That's funny. That's true.
Flipping through the language here on that bill.
Oh, it's written in legalese, so good luck with that. But Mr. White comments, that's what I usually comment with my Army brothers every week. We meet for talking beers, and they're not even hiding it anymore. Damn straight, you know? Everybody's essentially fallen asleep, like Bill Hicks said, you know? Go to sleep, your corporate overlords are in control. And now, you know, they're not even hiding it. Nobody cares. You know, with all these bills being passed and, you know, basically the Greater Israel Project on full swing, I mean, how much longer is it before they just erect a giant pyramid with a fucking all-seeing eye and saying, yeah, that's there. Oh, my God.
No one gives a shit.
Nobody cares. It's sad.
They don't need to hide it.
You know, and nobody's going to be like, oh, so, you know, the crazy nut jobs on YouTube were right all along, you know?
Hell no.
No, they're going to be like, oh, this is cool. That's an interesting looking pyramid. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's doing it for the best. It's for making us better. Come on.
Well, it makes sense why you watch any kind of rap video or Katy Perry video, and that's all they do is the Illuminati stuff, the Baphomet.
And everybody wants to be a part of it.
Yeah, but it's like just to kind of acclimate people to the symbolism, so they're gonna get used to it. You're gonna get used to seeing the pyramid in the one eye, and then when they finally do get to a point, like you were saying, where they just show it up everywhere, everyone's gonna be like, yeah, what's the big deal? What's the big deal?
Oh, it's just,
apathy.
You know, nobody cares. That's what it is. It's apathy. It's trained helplessness, you know? Nowadays, you go online, I mean, you know, I can't really tell whether it's a hoax or not. The videos do exist for that Elsa Gate thing, you know? But at the same time, you know, you don't know if there are real videos online targeting kids, but you don't know if that's like a hoax or if it's predictive programming and MK Ultra.
Oh, you're
It
talking about
looks
that
like
Spider-Man Elsa thing.
Yeah, it looks like MK Ultra to those of us who've done the research, but at the same time, you don't know if they're doing that to throw us off something bigger like that fucking Bill S-1241.
Yeah.
That's more important. Be talking about gays and trannies? Should we be talking about Elsagate, or should we be talking about the thing where they're trying to make it illegal to carry cash? I mean, I'm all for, helping the kids out, and I'm all for, but the thing that we can actually stop at the moment is talking to our senators and saying, fuck this bill. That's something we do have control over, and nobody's doing anything. Pisses me off. And it went silent.
In the chat.
You know what else has been going on that I've been noticing lately? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Is the apathy thing that we just talked about, but you also had a guest on your show. I forget if it was Wednesday or Monday last week, but there's this guy talking about solipsism. I think that's how it's pronounced, solipsism, and I've been encountering that a lot, and it's something that it just kind of naturally occurs when you.
That was Jared, yeah.
Oh, Jared. You start
yeah, he's one of
looking into like this flat Earth and Mandela effect stuff, because I looked into it because I don't want to be a guy that just hears something and goes, "Oh, that's stupid," and not look into it. I gave him a chance and I did my research, and within it was just a bunch of just solipsism, where it's like, well, we don't know and you can't know, but we know that they're lying, so that's all we know, so that means that they're lying. They've lied in the past, so that means they're lying now. Like all kinds of logical fallacies that they use.
Oh, of course.
Their arguments. But the main thing I notice is that it's like, oh, you can't know anything. You can't know anything.
Exactly. I mean, that's a logical fallacy right there. But I addressed this in one of the videos I just recently posted called "Dear Truth Community."
Oh yeah, I saw it. It was good, man.
Thanks, man. Yeah, basically, we just got to start looking at this shit objectively. And for instance, we can look at Bill S-1241. It's right there in black and white. We know exactly what they're trying to do, and we have the power right now to stop it. It's all great to look. It's great to look into stuff like masonry and the mysteries of Hermeticism, alchemy, that sort of stuff. But when it comes time for action, like right now, we got to kind of push this aside and get to the more important thing, which is that bill. That bill needs to be stopped. I mean, let's see here. I'm posting a link for you guys for how to call your senator, because this is something we all need to do, and I'm trying to be proactive here.
Maybe you should make a video.
All right, I just post. I'm about to. I just, I got to read the document even more so I can just, spell it out and, outline it.
Yeah.
Because there are a few videos that put it out, which I'm thankful for, but not nearly enough.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Jared,
you could actually share your screen.
Oh, that bill! I was about to say that bill right there. I just posted the link. Are you talking about for the bill? Because if I share, if I share my screen for that bill, you guys are going to fall asleep because it's all written in legalese. But I will post a link to that bill. I just posted a link to contact your senator. So if you guys get a chance, please do it, because this is actually really important. I'll post a link that you guys can read Bill S-1241 yourselves and see exactly what they're saying. And whenever they tell you in a bill what the name is, whenever it's a bill and it gives you the name, for instance, and this bill's name is, let's see, hold on. Gotta find the official name for it. Bear with me. I just said huge brain fart. Figure it's a Republican posting this bill. To improve the prohibitions on money laundering and for other purposes. Whenever they give you a name like that, know it's for the complete fucking opposite. War on terror creates more terror. War on drugs, they don't like competition. War on drugs. Ugh. Sorry to go on a rant, but the fuck. Here's the bill. You guys can check that out.
Hey, rant away, man.
As I was saying, though, you know, there are a lot of scare tactics out there. That's right, Mr. White. But the bill S-1241, that's not a scare tactic. That's actual what they want to pass, and they don't want the light of day. They don't want to, you know, they don't want people to find it. They don't want the average public to see it in the light. They're trying to do it in secret. You chopping up a body in there?
I'm eating a burrito. I'm going to mute my mic. Hold up.
You just talked about authentic Mexican food. You're going to eat a burrito live on air.
Yeah, is that cool?
Well, if it's really...
Give us some. Yeah, hook us up, man.
I was about to say, if it's real authentic, what's in the meat?
I don't even want to know, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Taste of dog.
It's not an Asian place. It's a Mexican place.
Hey, man, that's a Chihuahua.
Chihuahuas aren't dogs.
Round up Chihuahuas, man?
Chihuahuas are rats.
They're giant rats.
Mexican rats.
Every Mexican family has a Chihuahua in it.
They taste delicious.
That's named Pee-wee for some reason. Like, I noticed that.
They taste delicious.
I don't know. I've never had one before, but I'll take your word for it.
It's pretty tasty. With the right spices, you know, put on that cumin. But I digress.
While we're talking, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show in the background these, it was Titus Frost that made the video. 7 girls. And I'm going to show you how many channels they actually have. It's going to blow your mind.
Oh, the pedophile channel?
It ain't just one. It's thousands of them.
It's the pedophile network.
And this is only one network. So let me, as you start typing it, I did the research. I was going to make a video, and I was so disgusted with it that I just couldn't do it. Type 7. You get 7 perfect angels, which is one of the channels. 7 gymnastic girls, which is one of the channels. 7 twinkling tweens channels. 7 super girls is one of the channels. I think 7 super girls is like their main channel. And then they have all these 7.
Did you say 7 twinks?
7 twinkling tweens.
That sounds like a porn name.
I know twinks have something to do with porn. I don't know what. Maybe someone in the chat knows what twinks are. Disgusting.
What a twink is.
So here's their one channel. Super Girls channel. It has 1 million subs. With the hold on. Of course it's going to take forever because we're in the middle of a show. And each one of these girls then gets her own channel. So far with the group, they have nearly 5,000 channels. A
Wait.
rule that once the girl turned 16, she wasn't allowed on the show anymore.
What?
Away with that.
What even is this? I don't know what you guys are looking at.
It's
You gotta share the screen.
basically. Am I not shared?
No, you're shared. I just don't know what this is.
This is basically pedophilia on YouTube. It's promoted by YouTube. These people never have their channels taken down. These are underage girls doing just. I'm looking for my Social Blade thing to pop up because I want to show you channels that go along with this.
What's up, Amanda?
Hey, Black Cube.
Hmm.
Boxes next to the name of the channel. That's those badges I was talking about. Stole my fucking badge. I want my badge, YouTube. Videos, but they won't give me my badge.
Anywho.
But here you get these underage girls. I mean, they have a gymnastics channel where they have the little girls in those, you know, gymnastic tights. It's and all kinds of different things that I know it's gymnastics and you have to kind of wear the little uniform thing. Oh, I just thought it was inappropriate. I just felt it was inappropriate. Bunch of these channels, it just had me sick to my stomach. It's basically teenage girls acting younger, and the one girl is just licking lollipops, and you know, she wants pancakes with whipped cream for breakfast, and she's refusing to go to school. He yells at her, and she goes and puts on high heels and a mini skirt kind of thing. I would
Yeah,
play
it's
some
also-
of the videos, but
It's all sorts of fucked up. We know.
yeah, but all these videos have millions of views, and it's just nonsense. It's just stupid bullshit. It's fucking retarded. The videos are fucking retarded.
Well, that's because they're only advertising the merchandise and doing it low key.
And I don't even like talking about this. It just aggravates me. I watched on pedophilia in Hollywood. They basically described what the pedophiles do, and you know, it was a talent agency, and this guy was the first managed children. It turned out he was newish. He was also a pedophile and a homosexual. And then it turns out, you know, like he's the manager, he's involved in it. And then the photographer, he was the pedophile. And they would take pictures of your kids and then sell them nudes or anything like that. Just pictures of your kids. And they would put them on eBay and then sell them on eBay. And then the way the pedophile would work is they would see the picture on eBay and then they would then contact the seller and say, yeah, I'm interested in this picture. The photographer would, you know, get the child and basically procure a child for a pedophile. And, you know, that's, I believe, I mean, I can't prove it, these channels be used for. And you're only seeing one. I mean, there's literally thousands of them at work. It's the same group. It's called Style Hall, that the 7 girls thing about. Then you go on Style Hall, they have one of those, you know, game, those total flaming flame job guy. Of course, he has a blue mohawk. One of his videos for about 15 minutes, and I head into the floor and tried killing myself. But look at this Style Hall has an A+ rating on Social Blade.
Well, I mean, it serves like two purposes. You got the brainwashing of children who want to become these idols of theirs, and second part of the fucking program is to sell it off to pedos everywhere. I mean, what do
Yeah,
you
look
think,
at this.
Amanda?
In the last 30 days, they had 10 million subs on this network. In the last 30 days alone, they had 2 billion views. They're pulling
Oh my
in
God.
per month.
I mean, as a mom, Amanda, how does that make you feel that all this shit's out there just at the fingertips of your kids?
It's disgusting for one. For two, I have daughters, and I'd be damned if they had any kind of YouTube where they did any bullshit like that. We're the kids' parents. Where the fuck are their
No.
parents? Where they just let them parents
Did,
themselves on cameras for all these pedophiles to look at? It's disgusting.
Amanda, did you see that Elsa Spider-Man thing? I mean, there's billions online, and people can pull it up easily.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's
I
pretty
don't even
fucking
let my yeah, it's disgusting. I don't even let my youngest daughter. I don't let her look at YouTube because
I mean, you
can
gotta watch
start
her like
off.
a hawk, don't you?
Yeah, no,
What do
she's
you
not even
type in,
allowed on YouTube.
man?
The
Yeah, just
Spider-Man
type
Elsa
it in.
videos, they're pretty
Amanda,
fucking disgusting,
by
dude.
the way.
Hey, how are you?
But yeah, going back to what you were saying, Amanda, I mean, they can, it filters right past all like the adult settings, like any
Yeah,
of the
it's on the
warnings.
kids' YouTube.
Exactly.
Yeah,
They get
it
away
doesn't.
with it
They
too.
put
I mean,
yeah, and then they
I
put
don't,
in the words so the kids, if they're typing in something innocent, it still pops up anyways.
I mean, I noticed it a couple of years ago when my ex-wife had her little nieces over, and they were typing in Elsa videos, because this is right when Frozen hit its popularity. I mean, it's still popular to this day, but they were typing it in, and there were some weird videos that didn't make, you know what I mean? It wasn't any
Yes, hell
violence or
yeah.
gore, but it was just a lot of weird videos. But to see it morph into this is disturbing as
I
fuck.
mean, you leave the room for like 1 second because I used to let her look at YouTube, and she was watching. Like I typed in a video. It's cartoons, right? Nothing
Oh yeah.
bad. And you leave the room 1 second, you come back, and then I see all these thumbnails of weird shit, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" I was like, "Nope." I was like, "Nuh-uh, no YouTube for you. You're done." That's before all this stuff really started coming out.
Did you see the ones where they're like bleeding and shit? Yeah, they get.
What were they
Oh
doing?
yeah, they get. Oh yeah, they get cut with a bottle. They start bleeding and crying, and it's just the weirdest fucking thing. No adult comes in to help them. It's almost.
I
It's
just
all.
think it's weird. All these videos have adults in it playing with toys. To me, that's fucking weird anyway. So I was like, nah, this is fucking weird. I'm sorry, but what grown person plays with toys and shit, dresses up like characters? I mean, really?
Well, I like.
I didn't hear what you said.
So, well, I like Legos.
You know what I'm talking about.
And I may have dressed up for a movie premiere once or twice in my life. Not too proud of
Yeah,
that.
but you're not on camera fucking filming that shit either, though. That's the difference.
Oh, hell no. What I do in my private life is my concern.
There's a channel called Investigating YouTube. Actually, it's really good, and that's where I first started seeing some of this Elsagate stuff. And so I see a lot more people are covering it now, which is good. But she found the identity of a couple of the people by the labeling on the Pepsi packaging in the house in one of their videos.
Damn,
pretty
good
good
catch.
video.
That's a
Yeah,
pretty
she
good
looked
catch if
them
they're
up,
catching them that way.
and they make like $850,000 a year off these fucking videos. It's disgusting. And they
Oh,
put
I
their own
know.
baby in it, which is even worse. Like,
Is it
you're
theirs?
traumatizing your own kid for views. Yeah, it's their kid because she was
I
pregnant,
don't.
dressing up as Elsa,
I
and they were
don't
doing
know,
weird
man.
shit in the videos.
You find out that a lot of these people adopt kids.
Yeah,
Going back
that
to
is
that
true. But
pedophile documentary I watched, and it talked about the parents. most of the parents just steal their kids' money when they're in Hollywood. If the money is right, the parents will actually prostitute their own children out to these people. And then the
Oh yeah.
parents are living the fast life, with their kids' money, stuff like that. And, in the meantime, their kid is having sex with some movie producer and their parents are complicit and in on it.
Yeah, I think I
I'm
saw
already,
that one you're talking
I'm
about.
already feeling queasy enough, man.
That Elsa and Spider-Man thing. Like, I know one of the channels who's doing it. It's these guys. They're Ethan Bradbury and his brother Mo Bradbury. Because I'm a fan of H3H3, that one channel, and they talked about it too. They were like, "What the heck's going on with this channel?" And they follow these guys. They make fun of them all the time, Ethan and Mo Bradbury, and they disappeared with the channel. They were doing all the prank stuff they were doing before, and then jumped on this Elsa thing and Spider-Man thing. And now they're doing it, but like they're so ashamed about it because anytime they're asked about it, they just pretend like they don't know. Like, what? Who? What are you talking about? But it's pretty obvious and well known that it is those two brothers and whatever friends they have putting these videos out. And they're doing it for the money because, I mean, that YouTube revenue from little kids watching it and then rewatching it over and over and over and over, they're driving around in Lamborghinis and stuff like that. Like, they're showing off their
Of
money
course.
in these videos. Yeah, it's trip.
Goes to show you that crime pays. Yet
Yeah.
you tell the truth. Nobody wants to listen to the truth because they'd have to shatter that illusory bubble they live in.
Yeah, well, they could show
This
fucking
is-
pedophilia. They could show, 8-year-old girls in tights, doing all kinds of spreading their legs and splits and shit like that on them. And they're licking fucking whipped cream. But, you mentioned Jews or Zionism or something like that. And your video gets taken down and there's no getting it back. You get hit. There was just a blitz of copyright strikes and community guideline strikes, and a lot of channels lost their entire channel, and many of them lost the ability to live stream. Not just Jeff. It happened to a lot of people recently.
Well, you're starting to see a lot of this come out and rear its ugly head, and a lot of people, as much as they want to stick their head in the sand, there's going to be a point where they can no longer stick their head in the sand. I mean, it does say biblically that in the last days, knowledge will increase. And, it's kind of spooky lately that we've, past 100 years, we went from horse-drawn carriages over the last, thousands of years to, go into outer space. The past 100 years alone have been, a marvelous advance in the human race, although I do believe that nothing new is under the sun, as you know. I do believe we've had these technologies before. But I think there is going to be a point where they can no longer look away at the horrible things that have been done in secret. People are either going to have to accept it or fight it. There's no going back. They shut down one channel, another channel is going to rise up, just like what we do. We might not be very big channels, but at least, there are people listening, and in turn, those people are telling other people what they hear, what they see, to the point we can't keep this a secret anymore because there's no point, Me personally, used to be, I'd never talk about it because people would look at me like I had lobsters crawling out of my fucking nose. But, nowadays I just don't care anymore. I can't keep quiet on it. People need to know.
Hey guys, Trayson wants to get on, but he's seeing if he wants to know if you can send him an invitation.
Yeah, I was about to say, I've been trying to send him an invitation through, you didn't get it through email, Trey? We tried sending it to your Gmail. Is there a way that you guys can send him a link through the Gmail app? not the Gmail app, excuse me, the Google Hangout app if you're using a mobile device?
Yeah, but when you
How
type
did
in
we get
trace
on
it,
last
there's
I'm not sure. It's a mystery. Greg, you never give up, man.
let's see.
I was about to say we're going to lose a lot of friends, but, in the end, we're accountable because we do know what's happening, and, you can't give up trying to tell people. I know it's like screaming at a fucking brick wall, but, eventually they will have to wake up because they won't have any other choice. They can either accept it or fight it, but that's all it's going to be, man.
Cube up top where you can mute your microphone and turn off your cam. There's a head with a plus sign by it. I never
No,
got
there's
Trey's
not.
email. Oh, you're on
I
a
don't have
mobile?
that. Yeah, no, I don't have that even on the computer. You're the only one that should have that because, however, in the chat, I will give you his email address. Hold on. I sent it via email.
All right, let's do it
Let's
that
see
way.
here.
I haven't had time to do anything, so I haven't checked my email or anything. Yeah, throw it in the chat and then I can invite him.
Yeah, hold on.
All right, take your time.
Let's see. Here you go. Give that to Trayson. So, Amanda, how are things going over there?
Oh, same old, same old. I'm at work.
I was about to say, you going to send your Texan senator a nice little email? Say,
Yeah, I
kill
saved
that
that link you
bill?
put in the chat. I saved the links that you put, so I can go do that.
I'm going to tell both of my senators, especially that idiot Marco Rubio, get your small hands and do something useful with it. Sign that fucking, don't sign that fucking bill. Veto it. Fucking idiot Rubio.
Rubio has great hair.
Yeah, about to say, it looks like they stuck his head during the BP oil spill. That's how his hair is so shiny. They used
All
his
right,
head to mop up.
invitation has been sent.
I was about to say, they used Rubio's head to mop up the BP oil spill down here in Florida. If you guys remember that shit show.
Yeah, I do.
And while
One of my
everybody was looking...
friends,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, one of my friends, he lives down in, I think he lives in Hollywood. No, he doesn't live in Hollywood.
About fucking time,
Dale
Jason.
now.
Yes. Finally.
Did that
Jesus.
work?
Yeah.
Yep,
What'd you do?
Send an invite. He's the only one that can. So, Trayson, tell us what this stuff you got to bring up, man.
All right. So I was watching a stream on YouTube of the Pizzagate protest, and I think it was Brian iCitizen Richmond's stream. It might have been Titus's, but no,
he
it
was
wasn't
doing something,
Titus's.
yeah.
He his stream went down, so I went to, I think it was Brian iCitizens, and some troll went in there and he said, if you want to see the whatever was going on with David Seaman or something like that, then go to this live stream. And he said the live stream name was MOETYPOS, 2 words. MOE, like Mo from the Three Stooges, and then typos, so Mo typos. And apparently that is a fucking keyword, man, because everybody in the chat just came back just like me, just horrified. So when you type
What?
that into YouTube, just
We gotta
I
see
wouldn't
this.
do not do it on this show because it is some fucking scary shit. All I saw was at first
Doing it now.
it was about just a whole bunch of playlists, and it was like all just shots of little kids, like not even preteens or teens. Like it was just like straight up, like 5-year-olds, 8-year-olds, 10-year-olds type looking little kids, and it was just like insanity. And a whole bunch of
That's
them,
disgusting.
the screenshots of them, they might have taken it all down by now, but there was a bunch of little girls in tank tops with spaghetti straps they couldn't have been more than 10 years old, stuff like
That's
that,
fucking disgusting.
doing
Yeah, it looks like they took it down.
So that was some sort of keyword that probably was found out, because when we looked into that, I tried to flag a few, and then I started to freak out so much that I thought, I was going to get a knock on the door from FBI stuff. So
oh shit, you're not kidding.
yeah. So
it looks like it's Russian.
yeah.
Mo Yipto. It's not Mo Typo. It's Mo Yitpo.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's something.
Fuck that.
Yeah, and so
Do you mean mojito?
Nope, I wish.
It's some sort of keyword.
Ah, God.
Yeah, don't do it, man. It's real.
Come on, now I gotta see.
No.
Car wreck.
It's worse.
Dude,
What is
fuck
it?
that, dude.
Do I even want to look?
No, you can look at it. Do not share it.
Don't share your screen.
I fucking guarantee you the FBI would kill us all right now. It'd be a great excuse.
Yeah, I was like,
They're not naked or anything, are they?
No, but
What's it called?
It doesn't matter. The
right?
the sentiment is there. You can tell that's fucking perfy shit, dude.
Yeah, it was some sort of gateway or like portal into that stuff. It was some sort
I
of.
bet you. Mo Yetto. MOEYTPO.
How did you find this, Trey?
Some
How did you find this?
YT.
So I guess Titus's Pizzagate live stream went down, and we were all trying to figure out what was going on. And one troll came in and another live stream and said, "Hey, another Pizzagate live stream is named this." So we typed it in, and it turned into that. So that guy was like a hardcore troll, like.
That's not a troll. That's a fucking.
Yeah,
that's a fucking plant.
Yeah,
that's not a troll. That's a plant.
So yeah.
What do you type? MOEYT.
PO.
Ooh.
Good
and
work,
the stuff's
Trey.
still on there. You should send Trey. You should send it to You should send it to the honeybee, because she's good about.
Yeah. I wanted to send it to.
Send it to her Twitter.
Get it to everybody.
Yeah.
I don't have Twitter, but I'll leave like at least a comment or two on hers and Titus's, because I know Titus talked to that hacker that found all that stuff on the back door of the Comet website. So yeah, that stuff's scary.
Yeah, because they're real good. They're real good about getting this shit shut down, because that's
excellent work, Trayson.
Yeah, I just oh man, it scared the hell out of me. That's why I stopped doing research like this year. I was like, okay,
no,
this is just
that's too much.
It'll bring you down. It'll bring you down to like a depression for real. Sometimes you gotta step back from it.
When I first found out about Pizzagate, I'm a manly man, but I fucking cried.
Yeah, it's so scary. It's like it's just like if you're a human, like a regular person, it kills you.
It does.
Is this a YouTube channel?
No, it's a code word. All these videos are related.
Yeah.
Yeah, but am I looking on YouTube?
Oh, I'm sure it would be so much worse on Google. I wouldn't recommend doing that in a million years.
No, don't.
This looks like that fucking. This looks like that 7 girls fucking shit.
Yeah, this is.
Dude,
yeah,
it's worse.
You guys reminded me of this.
Wow.
Yeah.
It looks exactly the same, dude.
It is worse.
It's sickening.
It looks like a Russian girl taking a shit.
Yeah, it's like when I first saw it, like it made me physically shake. Like I was like freaking out.
What website were you on though?
YouTube.
Yeah, it's YouTube.
You just looked up this term in YouTube.
No, I was looking for. All right, so on the
there was the first Pizzagate protest, and there were a few different streams, and I was waiting for Titus to talk or something like that, something about Titus's stream. So I was watching his stream, and it went down for a while during that day. I guess he was charging his battery, so we were all trying to find another stream to watch Pizzagate, like the main stage. And so some like fucked up guy just told us to search that. So we all were thinking that was going to be Pizzagate stream, like at the protest too, but it turned out to be like that guy. It's like more than a troll, you know, like that was like either a plant or just a straight up pedophile.
That's just so disturbing. It's so disturbing.
Yeah. So I hope something comes out of all this, because I think the biggest thing with Pizzagate is it's kind of just showing how like systemic it all is.
You definitely need to send this to Titus since it was on his, I guess, well, because you're watching his stream or whatnot. You should definitely send it to him, because him or the honeybee, because I'm telling you, they're good about finding out these people.
Yeah, as I said before, man, excellent work. Well, it sucks, but excellent work.
Yeah, it wasn't something I was looking for, that's for sure. It was just, it like scared the shit out of me. So when this whole Elsa Gate
Dude, they're getting more brash.
Yeah.
They're getting more in your
that's for
face.
sure.
Fuck these assholes.
It's scary because it's like when you look at this stuff, or when you look at like rings around the world, especially like not just the US, but like, you know, like places like you're just saying, like Russia and stuff like that. Like it's fucking insane.
Oh, dude, I think the next video I'm going to do is going to be titled Dear Satanic Cabal.
There you go. Do it.
Fucking open letter to them. I mean, that, you know, right now with everything they're pushing, Bill S 1241, fucking this shit, I think it's just, you know, fuck it. I'm declaring war on them. I don't care.
Yeah.
How you say it? Come at me, bro.
Yeah, man. I'm in the same boat as you, because obviously we've been researching this type of stuff for a long time, but like
It's time to do something about it.
Yeah, it's like everybody turned out to be shills basically, and it's like there's nobody left, you know.
I don't care. I was about to say, man, fuck it. I'm declaring open war on them. Fuck the Satanic Cabal. I'm done with them. And if I'll do everything I can to fucking expose this shit. I don't care anymore.
Me too, man. Yeah, that was the whole reason why I, started coming on your guys' show, because it was like I can't just like keep watching it and then watching guys like Alex Jones like just be a gatekeeper
And mislead everybody. Fuck the gatekeepers.
Yep.
David Icke, Alex Jones, Rush Limbaugh, fucking Wolf Blitzer.
Yeah, it's all a game to them. Like they literally.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, just like a game of souls.
And you know, the end game is this: they want to drag as many people with them because they know where they go. Oh, fuck it. It's just done. There's no more. You can't reason with these people. It's done. You know what they're into. We all know what they're into, and these people, you know. You can't think that they don't know, because they know.
Yeah. Yeah, the craziest thing about it though is just how out in the open it is now, and how most people, they just don't want to talk about it now. I mean, it used to be like you'd get into heated debates and people would just not be able to comprehend this type of stuff, but now it kind of seems like most people kind of can tell that it really is happening, but they just feel powerless.
What can they do? You know, it's in our governments, it's in our school system, it's, basically you see what happens to people who go their own way. They get 40 years for a nonviolent offense.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure you heard about me. Go ahead. What was I doing, Amanda?
Oh, there was another video where it's these two people. It's a mother and her husband, which would be they have sexually abused their daughter for years. They got in trouble, so they're supposed to be on the sexual offenders list or whatnot, but they work for like military and help do things with NASA or the space program, like right now. So I
Wow.
mean, y'all did the things that y'all did to you, and then it was her own child. Like, how could you do that to your own child? It
These
baffles me
people
how
don't have
anyone
a
could do
soul,
that.
Amanda.
But now y'all are holding public offices and like
Of
y'all are
course.
doing.
Yeah.
I mean, how is that possible? I don't understand how
Well,
that's
a lot of
possible.
people in public office are part of the Masonic Fraternal Brotherhood, and if you get into the deeper, esoteric meanings of stuff, you can go all the way back to Crowley's writings, and there are stuff about, there's some sick and disturbing shit in Crowley's writing. I'm sure you're familiar with that, right, Trayson?
Yeah, it's hard to read all that kind of stuff, and that's why I've always wanted
And
to.
not be affected.
Yeah, and I've always wanted to get actual physical copies of everything, like from Crowley to Albert Pike to back to stuff like the Talmud, just to have physical copies so that you can show people, so that there's no debate.
Oh yeah, because they're just like, it's just you don't understand what he means. I'm like, no, I understand exactly what he means, and it's right here in black and white. He wrote it.
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of Albert Pike, remember that conversation we had last time
Yeah.
about Hermeticism and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Well, here's something interesting, with the Hermeticism and alchemy. Here's a quote right from Albert Pike's Moral and Dogma, page 104, 105. Masonry, like all the religions, all the mysteries, Hermeticism, and alchemy, conceals its secrets from all except the adepts and sages or the elect, and uses false explanations and misinterpretations of its symbols to mislead those who deserve only to be misled, to conceal the truth, which it calls light, from them, and to draw them away from it. Truth is, and this is how these people think, truth is not for those who are unworthy or unable to receive it, or who would pervert it. So Masonry's jealousy conceals its secrets and intentionally leads conceited interpreters astray. Morals and Dogma, Albert Pike, page 104 through 105. So I remember how we were talking about alchemy and stuff like that, Hermeticisms, and as you know, my distrust of it.
Yeah.
But that's coming straight from the horse's mouth. That it's meant to lead people astray unless you know its secrets. And in order to know its secrets, you need to do its dark practices.
Yeah, it's the secret society within a secret society, or like a shell within a shell kind of a thing. But I remember reading that quote a lot when I first woke up. I just forgot that it mentioned alchemy and Hermeticism. That's interesting.
And that's the other thing about it, man. I gotta say, they have two, you know what term they use?
What?
And you know what?
Yeah.
You know what other
Yeah,
term
yeah.
they use for those uninitiated or those in the lower ranks?
Profane.
You're gonna like this. No, goy.
Oh, yeah. I forgot too because that's originally how I started researching that term. Yeah.
They use the term goy. The Freemasons.
It's the same exact overall outlook.
Do you see now why I believe it's all part of the same satanic cabal?
Yeah, it's the same viewpoint. It's just, we're better than everybody else, and so we deserve to control everybody, whether they like it or not. Yeah.
And the people at the low end of the totem pole, I'm sorry, a lot of Masons do a lot of good things, but at the same time, those are the lower Masons, and those good things protect the higher ones who do the bad things.
Yeah, that's the weirdest part about it, is because on the lower levels, they do so much good. So that's like when it gets weird when you're talking to a regular third-degree Mason.
They don't know.
Yeah, or a Blue Lodge Mason or something like that. Yeah, so that's when it gets complicated. And, when I went to the lodge in Denver one of the times, I remember looking over and they had a different temple room where it was for the Blue Lodge. And I forgot exactly what they said, but it was pretty condescending. It was like, they don't know shit or something like that, where it was just like really dismissive. So yeah, they I've never liked hierarchies, and that's why I didn't like going there. It felt like you're constantly being judged, and I've never liked that feeling, like when you're, when you're somewhere where you don't feel comfortable and everybody's just like, judging you even though they're not saying it, kind of a thing, where it's just that weird dynamic. It's really creepy.
You're going to love this then. You ready for the definition of hierarchy?
What?
Definition of hierarchy actually applies to an order of demons.
Oh,
First
yeah,
hierarchy, seraphim, cherubim, thrones. That's where the term.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
So anything with a hierarchy, you better fucking believe there's demonic attachment to it. And as I said, you do good works at the bottom. That's that dualism. The dualism right there shields them, or shields the one. Basically, it shields the ones at the top. That's all it's meant for.
Yeah, and it also I think it kind of clears their consciences, where it's like, well, we're doing good too. So
of course, and also they got to tell you before they do it.
Yeah.
And on top of that, as you said, it clears their conscience. It makes them unaccountable. I mean, it all goes, and it all goes back. It's not Mason, as I said, it's not just Masonry, because Masonry comes from Gnosticism, which was Simon Magus. And Simon Magus was actually in the Bible. I'm not sure if you remember that, Amanda. Do you?
Oh no, she's gone.
Anyway, Simon Magus was in the Bible. He was the one who tried to offer this, I think it was Peter or Paul, it was one of the apostles, money for the Holy Spirit. Because Simon Magus was a magician. And he saw, and as you know, he was a magician who could perform magic, but he saw the apostles do something that he couldn't do. He went up to them, bribed them with money. And this is the cool part, because it actually is biblical. That guy existed in the Bible. He said, let me pay you for these wonderful things that you have. And they said, they basically said, you can't buy the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
They turned him away. It's like they pretty much said, you're an evil dude. Get the hell out of here. And that was a guy who founded Gnosticism. It gets even weirder because it goes further back than Gnosticism, because Simon Magus had to have, inspiration for Gnosticism. Well, Simon Magus was a Jew.
Oh.
And guess what? Guess what he practiced?
What?
Kabbalah.
Yes. Yeah.
Gnosticism comes from the Kabbalah.
Yeah.
Kabbalah practices the Talmud, and the Talmud comes from Babylon. Babylon of Lloyd White.
It's never ending, man. It's so incredible.
It all goes back to, as you said, it goes back to Saturn worship. It goes back to the black cube. And essentially it goes back to the god of this world, which is Satan. So yeah, when that question was brought up the last time, I mean, Jared's a good guy, but when he brings up, if I think that the Kabbalah has some truth to it, well, guess what? The best lie has a bunch of truth to it.
What up, Donnie?
Hey,
Looks like
what's up,
Donnie's
man?
there. How you doing, Donnie?
Pretty good. Just tuning in right now. My power was out, so it was out for like an hour, so I just barely tuned into the show.
It looks dark and scary.
Hey, Donnie, you said you're from Houston, right?
Yeah, I'm from Houston, but I'm actually
raining
moving to Denver in a couple of weeks, so I'll probably be hooking up with Trayson over there.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Don't smoke that
your
gum.
power go out. I'm just trying to see because it's not raining where I'm at. I'm like north.
Yeah, did your power go out?
No, we're.
Because I know
good.
you're by Houston, right?
Yeah, I'm just north of you a little bit, but yeah, we have power.
Don't be smoking
Okay.
Don't be smoking that government weed, Donnie. You don't know what the government's putting in that shit. You guys thought.
Yeah, that fucking. Go ahead.
I was about to say, you guys thought GMOs and your fruits and vegetables are bad. Wait till you see what they put in that fucking weed.
Yeah, whenever you
Yeah,
buy,
I know.
Grow your
I've been
own.
researching that. I've been researching that, like some of the shit they have in the dispensaries. I think they got like some kind of cancer-causing agents sometimes in there.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can.
yeah.
If you just read, especially if you go to a cheaper dispensary, and you don't have a medical card, so you just go to the recreational side.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. They'll put like a giant sticker on it, and it's just you can't pronounce like any of the names of the compounds or
Yeah, it's
ounces.
like it's just like probably like got 20. It's I know what you're talking about. Those things got like 20 letters in them. It's like methyl
Yeah.
mascaraxahaxabine.
Yeah, it's just it's something
It's like what the fuck is this shit?
yeah, it's like Frankenstein chemicals.
Look out
Yeah.
for the Frankenweed.
Frankenweed.
Oh, dude, you thought the zombie movies were good? Wait until the people become zombies on that fucking weed they're putting out, man.
Yeah, fuck.
You guys remember a long time ago that thing that happened in Florida where that dude ate that guy's face off?
Yeah.
That wasn't so far away from me, actually.
Yeah, that was in Miami, wasn't it?
Yep. And, we heard that on the news. My buddy and I, who are at work, just looked at each other and were like, zombies?
Yeah.
That was my first taste of predictive programming.
Yeah.
I'm saying, was that a hoax though? Was that a hoax?
Nope, that dude ate that guy's face off.
What was that? I forgot. What was the drug? What was it called? Flocka?
Bath
That was
salts.
the drug?
Bath salts. But Flocka,
No,
man,
the-
that shit turned people into zombies.
Flocka,
That
that
was some
shit's
scary
like
shit. Say
Flocka, that shit's
The zombies
popular like in
Bible.
Russia.
Yeah.
Actually, now
Russia
Russia,
has
they
a lot
have-
of bad stuff.
Russia, the one I saw was called Crocodile.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, crocodile. That's what I meant. Yeah, crocodile.
Fuck. Yeah.
That
they have
shit
a
was
lot of bad stuff.
nasty. People were
Like-
having their arms rot off, and it was just because it's mixed with fucking battery acid.
Yeah, like crocodile makes meth look like Flintstone vitamins, basically.
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much. I was about to
Yeah, like
say,
that.
I think you have a longer lifespan on meth than you do on crocodile.
That shit, that
Yeah.
crocodile shit, literally rots your flesh, like literally.
Yeah, you're like
How
dying
bad
before you die.
How bad could life be where you gotta take that shit?
Well, see, I hear they do it because it's just like it's cheap and it's
Yeah,
like a
totally.
high. Yeah, it's cheap. That's why they do it. It's cheap.
Yeah, you can buy like almost everything.
So is life, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. I choose to live.
Yeah, it's sad though because I watched a documentary about it and they showed like a family where I guess the little young kid that was like a teenager, he was just totally brain damaged and he never really said anything anymore, and the mom like kind of broke down and talked about how he used to be a normal kid, and he would just be lively like any kid would be, and talking and all that stuff, and then like he did so much of that like he fucked up his brain where he basically looked like a vegetable.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, dude. I think that was definitely pushed out by, the satanic cabal for their overpopulation agenda. Any type of drug like that is definitely pushed and lab created first.
Yeah, all the designer stuff with the really bad side effects. Yeah.
Kill off,
Yeah.
just kill off your population.
yeah. And what you're saying about government weed, actually, me and I got a friend over in Colorado. We're gonna actually just start our own little grow op. We're not gonna be
Nice.
consuming that dispensary shit. Like we're gonna grow our shit. So hopefully we can learn how to do it right.
There's all sorts of regulations, right? They're gonna shut your
Yeah,
ass
yeah,
down.
yeah. I know that. Well, no. I mean, no. They it's legal to grow your own stuff. It just can't be more than a certain amount.
Yeah, you can't have too much. Yeah.
I don't know. It's going to be a matter of time before the Fed steps in and says you can only sell ours.
Hopefully.
Yeah, or the what is it? The triple brackets, the Fed.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, shut it down. Shut it down.
Sorry, boys. The government doesn't like competition.
The Federal Reserve doesn't like competition.
Exactly.
Well, that's why they fucking took Ross Ulbricht and slammed his ass in the slammer for 40 years, no parole.
That's
Who?
fucked.
The guy who did the guy who co-founded and was an admin that went by Dread Pirate Roberts for the Silk Road dark website.
Oh, the dude who was doing the Silk Road. I know they got busted by the FBI or whatever, but I'm saying he got 40 years.
Yeah, no parole.
And the
Holy
FBI
shit.
agents, yeah, the FBI were didn't get, and they were stealing from night and everything. It's okay when they do it, but paying his kosher tax.
Damn, 40 years. Damn, that's like a life sentence, basically.
Yeah, you're fucked. Yeah.
It's only because it's Eccleston.
Goddamn.
Damn it. Hey, is it just me or is your voice like cutting out too?
Oh yeah,
it's
Black
kinda
Cube.
sounds like the Matrix.
Yeah, Black Cube started to kind of cut out.
Yeah, I think the Zionists are like hacking our voices or something.
Yeah, we said
They can
That's
try.
the Jew magic he's putting on us.
They can try. Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're good now. It's just like sometimes it's like it does that voice fucks up.
Yeah, it sounds like
My bad.
sounds like
No, it's all good. I was just wondering if it happened to everybody else or was it just my phone.
no, I want.
Gotta let me know when I'm starting to sound like a Decepticon.
All right.
Transhumanism
Yeah.
just began.
Yeah, speaking of Decepticon, man, have y'all seen that new Transformers movie yet?
No, I didn't see it.
No, I don't watch movies anymore.
Yeah, I watch them just to kind of like point out, like see if I can notice, the NWO programming and stuff. Like I watched, man, that movie sucks, man. It fucking sucked. And actually, yesterday I watched Spider-Man and the new Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Where he's a
And,
teenager, that one?
Yeah, and they fucking God, it's so annoying because okay, MJ, right? His crush or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you familiar with the Spider-Man movies?
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, how in the older movies, Kirsten Dunst played MJ.
Right.
Yeah.
The white actress, or whatever. Well, this time she's not white.
Yeah, they
You get
love
what
to
I'm
do that
saying?
now.
You get what I'm saying? It's like they swap out. They put in the quote diversity
She's black.
narrative. I mean, there's no problem with that. I'm just saying, like they made his crush in the new movie a black girl, and then they made MJ like a black and Hispanic girl instead of white. It's like they're
At
doing it on.
At least it wasn't a tranny.
Well, yeah, you're right. Well, no, I'm saying it's just funny how they do that on purpose. You know what I'm saying?
I
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised. That's the next person they swap out as a tranny.
It's like
Yeah.
the liberal diversity agenda. I mean, there's nothing wrong with diversity, like that. I mean, I'm not even white, but I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. It's just funny
Was she
how
at
like
least hot?
she's okay, I guess, but I mean, it's just funny how they push it. Hollywood pushes that stuff on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wait, Donnie, you're not white?
No, I'm Hispanic and white actually, but a little bit more
Get the
Hispanic.
fuck out of here.
Yeah, what are you doing here, boy?
So what are you doing here, you fucking spick? No, I'm just kidding. Nah,
I should have known.
nah, but I'm not Jewish. Bottom line is I'm not Jewish, so that's the good part.
Yeah, you tell
Yeah, you
him,
say that
Sanchez.
now. How can we trust you now? You're probably at the synagogue right now, exposing
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, I'm in a synagogue on speakerphone right now. Everybody's shaking their heads, going, "Shut it down."
You have a microphone.
You're
on
here
your
to shut it
yarmulke.
down.
Get out.
Oh my god.
So, what
So,
other movies have you watched that
But keep
Oh,
going
what
with
was
that
that movie?
Spider-Man.
yeah, there was another movie I had watched. Man, what movie is that? Yeah, but anyways, that Spider-Man stuff. Yeah, like it was just. It's like the oh, okay. I watched another movie recently called The House with Will Ferrell.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah,
heard of it? Yeah, I
yeah. That's
watched that.
weird. That was like, I'll let you go ahead, but that just seemed weird. Like it was like normalizing parents being in debt because they can't afford to send their kids to college. Like it was making that normal and making it into a joke.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good call.
you know, yeah. It's just I don't know. It's just Hollywood is just so blatant with the agendas that they're pushing.
Well,
It's like
you ever notice how everything's a remake of a remake of a remake?
Yeah.
No new
Yeah.
brilliant ideas. Well, there's a channel out there that talks about it. His name's Days of Noah. You guys got to check him out. He's pretty good. He went on and talked about like the significance of why they do the remakes. And I know I push Walter Vaith a lot, which once again, Walter Vaith is fantastic. But if you want to look at another perspective, Days of Noah is fucking spot on too. He knows his shit when it comes to the Satanic Cabal and how they fucking work.
Yeah, and
yeah,
I've looked into that stuff a lot too, where it's recycled stories, especially for like epic novels and big movies. It's all based on archetypes, which go back to, really back to plays in the original epic novels, like Homer's The Iliad and all that type of stuff. So
Yeah.
it's all like the same story but repackaged.
Yeah, you're going back to Greek theater,
Yeah.
Put on those
oh
weird
yeah.
fucking yep, where they used to put on those weird fucking masks, and they had the what was it, the Deus Ex Machina,
Yeah.
or the Machine of God.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
if you want to,
Machina.
yeah, if you guys want to
Great,
look,
huh?
yeah, something like that. But no, if you guys want to know where all stories come from, just look at Greek theater. I'm sure. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Donnie.
Okay, I was gonna say, since y'all started talking about the Greeks and stuff, okay, I saw Wonder Woman, the new Wonder Woman movie a few weeks ago, or whatever, and okay, so Wonder Woman, okay, the classic comic book, it's like it's a white brunette lady, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I watched the movie. Guess who's playing Wonder Woman? It's a woman by the
Brazilian
name.
chick?
No, a woman by the name of Gal Gadot or Gadot.
Achoo!
Anyways, she is
Sorry, I
she is ex-IDF Israeli military.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So they make Wonder Woman a Jewish woman. That's just how they do it. Like they try to erase. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how they do it, man.
Yeah.
Wenderwoman!
Yeah, and it's really just kind of like a usurping of the natural order of the nuclear family that we've all, come here from as, and it's just all so alien. Like they're pushing, it's really obvious now, the whole women are better than men type of thing. So they're giving women like this whole complex where they think, first of all, that they were oppressed for all of human history and it's all men's fault. So now they get to be better than men and get to take out all that on us. And at the same time,
Well, that was. Oh, go ahead, Trey.
the other thing I was going to say is on the other hand, you have, males constantly being told you can't have masculine attributes, you can't be assertive, you can't, do all the things.
The feminization of men.
Yeah, so they're all becoming these lispy, limp-wristed, like, oh yeah, whatever the girls want, it's fine, and they're literally turning into.
Yeah,
girls.
I mean, the person who started that.
Excuse me, are you making fun of my lisp?
Well, the person who started that was the Rockefellers. Remember, with the women's lib movement? He
exactly.
funded that because he was like, we're going to get women into the workforce, children into our daycare, and on top of that, we're going to get more taxes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
But yeah, it's just, I have kind of like a theory.
Go for it.
I know that I haven't done much research into it yet, but I know that at least historically, the Jewish culture has been matriarchal. So it's almost like they're kind of just a very different like representation of life, I guess. It's almost like alien. It's like the antithesis of other, cultures in certain ways. And like if you think about it in that way, if you think about Jewish families and stuff like that, like the women, like they have that weird kind of pull on the guy where the guy is whipped. And I've always kind of wondered, like, is the reason why Jews get such a bad rap is because they're kind of the manifestation of women that want too much or something like that. So they're telling their husbands.
So they're greedy.
Yeah, so they're telling their husbands to like do all that.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, well, no, you're right, because, the dude, like, male Jews in today's society are not alpha males.
No, not at all.
I mean, Mike Cernovich tries to be an alpha male, but...
Mike Cernovich
Yeah, as I said before, did you guys notice that
fucking serious?
Did you guys notice what I said earlier? Mike Cernovich is like reverse Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah, that was funny.
Oh, it's so true, though, isn't it, Trayson?
Yeah, it's weird, man. And I couldn't stop laughing when I first heard his voice because for the longest time I only read quotes from him and I never listened to his voice. I just saw pictures of him. And he looks kind of like a regular guy, at least from like if you look at a picture of him. So like when I heard his voice, I was like, what the fuck is going on?
He's supposed to be so manly, like, he has a fucking lisp.
Yeah.
I've been told that I've been told I have a gay voice, but fuck, does Cernovich take the cake?
Yeah, that guy, he like takes it to a new level, and it's like shocking how effeminate it is, and yet he's not like gay.
Gorilla mind, that guy.
Yeah, it's like
we're gonna oil up our chests like gorillas. We're gonna get silly.
Oh, he's like the most effeminate.
Just fucking terrible.
Yeah, he's the most effeminate you can be without being gay.
I was a Marine, guys.
Like, really?
Yeah. No. You used to service the Marines.
It's crazy though. Yeah, it's really weird because it's becoming so commonplace. Like where you see, like I didn't really notice it until about a year or two ago. Like when I started looking into that type of stuff, like effeminized males and all that type of stuff, where it's like they're pushovers. Like they literally have their whole lives probably just tried to not offend any women, and that's what you become.
And see,
them guys never get laid.
That too.
Girls
yeah,
don't
the
want
white
guys
knight.
like that.
Yeah.
Well, they get laid, but they get laid from the other side. When they get laid.
It's funny if you think about it. You notice how InfoWars is supposedly the opposition, the other side, but yet they promote this fucking faggy ass concept too. If, pardon my French, especially with the Milo Yiannopoulos and the Blair Whites, and
Yeah.
I mean, both sides push the same agenda, although one side does claim to, one side claims, oh, we don't push that agenda, but you do.
Be honest. Would you fuck Blair White?
Fuck no. Fuck no.
Does he still have a dick?
Is there something you want to tell us, Lloyd?
Yeah, does Blair White still have his dick? Does anyone know?
No,
Is that would help your decision or something, or?
Yeah, I was about to say, would you suck it if she did?
One girl's dick, okay? I didn't know she had a dick till it was right in my eyes,
Well, nowadays they're pushing the female dick. I'm like, yeah, no.
I don't know, but where I come from, chicks with dicks is never going to catch on. It's never going to be mainstream.
Dumb. No, it's so dumb.
Yeah,
well, according to Miss K, yeah, he still does. Sorry, Miss K, I'm not going to say she. It's not a she. I don't care what fucking gender people prefer. I'm sorry, it's not a she. It's a he. Until
Yeah,
they
I don't
I had
respect
until they get the
pronouns.
surgery. Until
I
they
had
get
that
the
argument
surgery.
too.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, all because like even
Yeah.
if a guy gets breasts, I had this argument with this girl I dated. She's liberal. If a guy gets breast implants, I'm like, they're not real. But yeah, he's got breasts now. I'm like, he's never gonna be able to feed a child with them. He's not a
Pull
woman.
out your dick
He's
and
looking
jerk
like a
off
woman.
right now. If you could pull out your dick and jerk off, I'll believe you that you're a guy. If you can't do that, then I don't believe you.
All right, buddy, here we go.
They are. I was about to say they are growing dicks on mice now.
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah, but the plumbing's not going to work.
Well, the cloning's getting better.
That
I
stuff's
only know that
insane.
it's all fucking. I mean, you know, that's only what they give you in the news too. You know, they're cloning fucking humans
Yeah.
somewhere
It's
out
all
there,
that.
man.
It's all that atrazine in the water too. Is fucking everybody up.
Yeah.
Well, it does turn the frickin' frogs gay, according to Alex Jones.
Yeah.
Well, it really
Did
does.
you guys ever see that Place Boing song with Alex Jones? It turns the frickin' frogs gay. Oh, it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, all of his Alex Jones stuff is really funny.
Alex Jones, I don't care what you say, Alex Jones is a national meme treasure.
Yeah, now he is.
He's a fucking dank meme. He's not a commentator, he's a fucking dank meme. That's all he is.
That's true.
Oh my god. Natalie just said there are men wearing burqas.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. It's just they're attacking from all fronts, you know.
Solidarity with Islam, guys. Solidarity with the refugees in Islam, guys.
It
No.
makes me look forward to the day Jesus comes back and wipes out everything. That's going to be great.
No, Tommy Robinson's gonna save us all from the Muslims. He's gonna chase them all down the street.
Tommy Robinson. What a clown.
If I ever met Tommy Robinson in real life, dude, I would fucking smash him in his face so hard. I hate that guy.
Dude, you'd have to like crouch down.
I don't condone violence, but do you?
I do. Dude, I saw his videos. He has like fucking 25 bodyguards, and then he goes to starting fights with people. And then as soon as the
Yeah.
people, you know, want to fight him back, he fucking starts stepping back, and his bodyguards step in.
Is that right?
He's a douchebag.
Did he at least get in a few slaps?
Some sissy slaps. He had the lisp going, and a couple of sissy slaps got in. I know, Tommy Robinson's like 4'2".
Yeah.
Did anybody else find it weird that what's his face, Paul Joseph Watson came out? That was pretty weird too.
Where
As I said,
I'm
this-
not fully convinced about that. Like, because from what my understanding, he did a tweet. That's all it was tweet him saying he's going on a date with his
Anthony Gucciardi.
Yeah, with Anthony Gucciardi. But that could have just been like nothing.
A joke. Yeah. Who
Yeah,
knows?
it could have been a joke.
Yeah,
No,
I
they
don't know.
weren't joking.
For the side
Well,
that
dude's
claims
married.
not to be that way, I'm just saying, for the side that claims to be not that way, they kind of swing that way.
Gucciardi's the catcher.
Yeah.
Paul Joseph Watson's
catcher.
the pitcher. Yeah, he has like
He's
dominant
the
thing
top.
going on. He likes to. Yeah, he's a power top.
The other guy's
He-
power bottom.
Paul Joseph Watson doesn't look exactly hyper masculine.
Nah,
Yeah,
he
He
all
wears
right.
lipstick.
He looks like
wears-
fucking Michael
He always has
Jackson.
lipstick on.
He
Say what-
looks like white Michael Jackson.
What was that, Amanda?
He does.
I said it. He always has lipstick on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on, that's not lipstick. That's lip balm.
Okay.
That's
Hey,
There's a
Pete,
difference.
When do you guys
No.
do an impression of that guy? Because that would be hilarious.
And I've got to say,
Of who?
what the fuck is going on?
And you know what? The left.
Seriously. With the left, serious. I'm Paul Joseph Watson, and I like cock.
There's the Jewish question.
There's the Jewish question.
There it is.
Well, I just
There's-
don't see a connection.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
evidence of Jews doing anything anywhere. They
That
don't.
was-
Jews aren't in control
I
of
don't see a
anything.
connection. My last name is really Watson. It's not Sheckelberg.
Chip, chip, cheerio.
Yeah.
I do a really bad one. Sorry, guys.
I was about to say, how bad was my Watson? You guys can be brutally honest.
Just as bad as mine.
They're all pretty good.
Yeah, they're all equally bad. We all
We all suck at that. We all suck at Watson. I'm sorry. Now, let me hear your Alex Jones war cry that they tried so hard to do. You know, it's like, yeah, we watched Full Metal Jacket once. Let's do the war cry scene.
Dude, that was hilarious, man. Just looking at their faces.
Ah!
I put it on mute, and it was just like, it looked like literally just the end, like money shot scene to a porn.
Let me see your info whore face. Let me see your info whore cry. Ah!
Man, it's unbelievable how much InfoWars has changed. Where it was, it's so obvious now. It's
fucking state-run propaganda.
Yeah.
They've
It's
become the mainstream media.
Yeah, and they kept bragging about that, and then it's like, yeah, okay, now you guys are the new liars.
You are the fucking New World Order. Congratulations, Alex. You are everything you claim to hate.
Yeah, I think it really like broke him though at the end of the day, because you can see now it was all bullshit with his, family man.
His programming's coming to an end. He's going to be replaced.
Yeah, he was, he's, married with a, ex call girl. I mean, what the fuck's going on? He totally went off the rails, like about.
Well, you know that the CIA uses call girls and shit like that too,
Yeah, that's a huge thing too. And so do Scientologists.
Because they're all MK Ultra as well.
Scientologists do that, yeah.
MK Ultra, man.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's just techniques.
The Matrix.
As I the thing that we're in an artificial construct, that's another weird thing they're trying to fucking push. It's like, what's his face? The guy who runs Tesla cars. SpaceX.
He's breaking up again.
Oh yeah, you're breaking up a little bit, Cube.
Oh shoot.
I bet he sounds better than the new Transformers movie was.
Probably right.
Previews
Yeah, I remember
for
when I
that
first.
movie. It looks. What do you guys think?
I haven't seen it.
You guys know, right? Elon Musk. That's who.
Yeah. Fuck that guy.
Is that the Tesla guy?
Yeah, the Tesla guy, SpaceX, saying that it's possible that we live in an artificial construct, the bullshit they're trying to push right now.
Dude, that guy is so smug.
There is an artificial construct, but it's not the reality. It's the thing that they're weaving through the television and the fucking internet. That's the artificial construct, the reality.
It's the Matrix.
Yeah.
But what they don't want us doing is putting down the internet. Nice one, Trey. I am a cybernetic organism.
Hell yeah.
But what they don't want you doing is putting down the internet for a while, picking up a fucking book and reading it.
Yeah, shit. That went out the window. Like, you don't even hear that recommended anymore. You used to at least hear that, like politicians and, the celebrities on commercials saying, like, hey, go read a book, go to your local library, learn something, do this or that. Now it's just, there's none of that.
Yeah. So Alex Jones is the New World Order. Congratulations, Alex. You became everything you fucking hated. Fucking idiot.
Unfortunately, I feel like it took me too long to figure out that.
I know.
It was
It
right.
took us all.
It was with the Trump thing. That's when I was like, wait a minute, what? You're gonna go with Trump now? Like, no. That's what it was. That was the nail in the coffin for me, and I just stopped listening to the guy.
Me too.
And from
man.
now on, I guess, I'm just going to start listening to people that don't have more than 20,000 subs.
Yeah, because it gets weird when you have a big audience. Because I'm sure that you
Now-
get approached when you hit like a
Yeah.
certain threshold. Like,
Now, don't get me wrong. I like Call for an Uprising, and he's got some good stuff. And I'm not going to bash his channel. Approached, we'll never know.
Well, the thing is,
So far, Call for an Uprising hasn't changed.
yeah,
That's why I keep listening to him. As soon as you start this message change, be ready.
yeah. Well, for me, I think to myself, like, well, what would you do if you started getting a big following and they approached you and told you, hey, you got to jump on board or your family dies. What do you want to do? And I think it's important to think about that. What would you do in that situation? Would you give
it's
in,
crazy.
or would you? Well, for me, I feel like I don't think I would give in. I'd probably just drop out and say, well, fucking, I quit.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, there have been a lot of truthers that have quit.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, there's been a big like kind of
Dropping out.
yeah.
So that
I'm
could
sure
be
it's
what it was.
exactly what you said. Yeah, definitely.
Scary.
But I'm a little bit of a fighter. I'm a little bit of an anarchist. State of Florida, and we make guns.
Yeah.
Make me one, doggy. Yeah, we have that 80 in California. We can get 80% and then finish them. Like that's over here too. Pretty dope.
Oh yeah.
To say shit, we're allowed to flowers and already flowers. So all we got to do is slap that shit together. I've built about 4 AR. And if the NSA is listening, when I say 4, know that it's probably more around. Just anything I say, multiply it by 100. I probably have it.
Nice, man. I've always wanted my own AR, but you're cutting up a little bit again. But yeah, man, that stuff, you gotta get it while you can, for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's not that hard either. It's the whole process.
Yeah.
I mean, you just got to buy the right equipment, and you just
Honestly,
videos on the internet. Like it's easy to get done.
Learn how guns work, because if you know how a gun works, guess what? You'll never be without one. Because a shotgun, all you have to do is take 2 barrels, put a firing pin at one end, slam it together, and bam, you've got a shotgun.
Just as long as you can close the chamber.
What was that, Amanda?
I took my kids to the gun range so they would learn how to shoot. So
nice.
My house is good.
Right on.
Hell yeah.
Mr. White asked if I have them with a fun switch.
A fun switch.
I was about to say, a safety I know is a no fun switch, and we don't have those. But I think I know exactly what he's talking about. He's talking about an auto sear.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, in the great state of Florida, licensing required. So by law, I have to say I don't have one with a fun switch.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the Second Amendment is your fun switch. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, for sure.
Indeed. You're here.
Yeah, I have my dad has a bunch of guns, and he has my 30-06 and my 12 gauge. Yeah, those are fun, especially with a really nice scope. But yeah, those are awesome. So that's really good for long range. And then we have a bunch of 12 gauges, and I have my own 9mm SIG in the basement here. So I should probably fucking put that under my bed just in case something happens. But
I carry mine all the time.
Nice.
Carried concealed, man. Gotta love it.
Yeah, I gotta get my
How hard was it to get that?
Fucking easy.
pretty easy?
Yeah.
Oh man, not so much here in California, man.
They said it's
Oh, I
easy
know.
here in Colorado. Like, it's easy as fuck.
You know what I'm looking at? I'm looking at a Bushmaster 50.
Woo! Damn.
It's like, yeah, you could kill a building with one of those.
Yeah, fuck.
Get myself a. Have you guys seen the flare scopes?
No?
What's that?
Thermal imaging.
Whoa.
You put a Bushmaster and a
Whoa.
flare scope together,
Oh,
You
yeah,
can
I
be-
did see that.
you can be in pitch black. You're going to
That's
see
creepy.
everything. It looks exactly like a drone. It's beautiful.
Damn. Fuck, man.
By
That's
the way,
sick, dog.
there is a way to fuck with the infrared, and that's called Mylar. So if you guys
Oh.
if you guys are ever bugging out, be sure to get yourself a Mylar shield because it won't detect heat.
I have a story
Hmm.
about that. So,
Go for it.
you guys, have you ever seen pictures of DIA, Denver International Airport?
Yeah.
So you know
It's
how
weird.
it looks like a giant tent. And the official reason is because they wanted to make it look like the snow-covered mountaintops, but it doesn't even look fucking close. And I guess the real reason why they made DIA covered with that is it's fucking Mylar, and it's it has a dual operation. Whatever the fuck they're doing, I don't know, but there's a shitload under it, and that's public. The contractors all said, there's like at least 8 floors. There's 5 buildings worth all underground. There's a shitload of tunnels, and so whatever they're doing under there, it's like, I think it doubles as a haven. So if the shit hits the fan, but they can still make it to NORAD, then they'll all fly here. So you come into DIA, and then it doubles kind of as like if the shit hits the fan there, so you're covered under the base right there because you have Mylar and all that shit. And I forgot exactly where I saw that, but it was like this giant thing about what that tent does to protect, anything underground.
Yep. Another thing too, because I've been watching like all the drone strikes they put on YouTube for Afghanistan. You guys seen those?
No.
Well,
Hey
basically
guys,
they
sorry,
show you.
No, it's all good.
But yeah,
I was
basically they
just
show.
saying, my phone fucking cut out because I died because it was low on power because of the power outage.
Oh yeah.
So,
No worries.
but as I was saying, I was watching like all the videos on YouTube with like the Iran, like the Iraq and the drone strikes and what they're doing. And it just makes me think, how long is it going to be before they start turning those weapons against the citizens?
Yeah. It's a
I'm sure
good
that's what
question.
it's all about.
The Middle East was just practice.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's my
what-
sinking
what-
suspicion. Ever since Obama drone striked an American citizen, to set that precedence.
Yeah, fuck.
You guys remember that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or they start doing that in cities.
Yeah, where it's like, that's the new way that they like take out a guy that's on a killing spree or something. And then
Oh yeah, remember the Dallas, Texas? They killed that shooter with a fucking drone bomb.
no.
Yeah. They sent in a robot, like a little.
Yeah.
Have you played Call of Duty? Have you played Modern Warfare 3?
Yeah.
Yep.
You know that little, was it the attack drone or whatever
Yeah.
that shoots the rockets and has a little machine gun on it, the kill streak.
Yep.
That's what they use on that motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. That shit's it's just
They're just prepping you.
yeah. Getting you used to it.
Yeah, it almost seems like Call of Duty is like it's like a predictive programming, maybe, for all the weapons they've actually probably already got designed.
Yeah, because
They've got better ones.
Yeah, they say that we're always like 3 decades behind whatever, especially the military has as far as technology goes, and they've had for the longest time even just like microwave guns where they say, you know, they're not going to use it at full power or whatever, and you can technically just aim at whatever you want and then start microwaving it.
Just cook it.
Yeah.
Mr. White makes a good point. He says the problem with the Mylar is that you're going to cover up has heat inside.
Yeah.
And the heat has to vent somewhere, so it's going to get picked up. So just be sure to build yourself a long-ass pipe to vent on the other side. You know, mile away, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just saw the other day. Actually, I saw an article. They're saying that the U.S. military is coming out with a new branch. It's called the U.S. Space Corps.
Wow.
Did you see that on Titus's show?
Which one?
He did a live stream.
What the heck is going on?
Who's playing with a dildo?
It's going to Decepticon.
Someone just got attacked
That
by a
didn't sound
dildo
better.
live on air.
Somebody's ripping a fart over here. Put it on mute if you're gonna do that.
Yeah. Well, that's good to know, Mr. White. Thermal has issues in the rain. That's good to know.
Oh, cool.
Thanks for the heads up.
I've always wondered, as far as like thermal technology goes and stuff like that, and like what I was saying before, where they already have that like microwave gun. I've always kind of wondered why they don't have, like in the movie GoldenEye 007, like why they don't have a satellite. They can just like fucking shoot anybody, like even if you're in a bunker. You know what I mean?
Who says they don't?
Yeah, they probably do. It's probably just you can't fucking hide.
No. Not with satellites that could pick up a fucking marble.
Yeah.
Somebody's enjoying themselves.
No, that's me. I have my notifications on sound. I need to turn it off.
They found you.
Yeah, I didn't know dildos had notifications.
I was gonna
Hey,
say,
catch me again.
Fuck, they found you. I'm next.
All right. I just shut that shit down.
No worries.
Shutting shit down in the mall.
Shut it down.
Yeah, he didn't say oy vey before he shut it down.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I just had my sound on. My bad.
Oh man. But yeah, as I said, it's only a matter of time before it's only a matter of time before they start using that shit on us, man.
Yeah.
Fucking in trouble.
I know, this is bad.
It's gonna take. But I don't know what they're gonna use to bring it over the edge. But just know it's fucking coming.
Yeah, and you know what? See, that's what I've been thinking is, okay, we got Trump, right? And all this shit's been going on. What has it been, like 6 months since he's been elected? Imagine what's going to be going down. He still has, at least 3.5 more years.
Yep.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm just wondering what they're up to on this upcoming September 11th.
I look at it this way. Never, ever, I don't care who's in office, look at the president. Always look at the Congress and Senate and the bills they pass.
Yeah. They have it all
Like,
ready to go.
is there any recent bills that have been passed that have, like, caught your attention, or?
1241, man. We've been talking about it all show.
See, I haven't been here. What's that?
1241 is where they're going to say it's illegal to hold cash. You have to have a bank account.
Cash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be to the point where if you have more than $10,000 cash, you're going to get arrested for money laundering. If you have more than a certain amount of Bitcoin, you're also going to be arrested unless it's in a financial institution. And as you know, financial institutions are just spies for the fucking federal government. That's why every employer wants direct deposit.
Interesting.
I don't think they even offer checks anymore unless you're like a temporary employee.
That might be the way to go.
Yeah, I don't think checks are really existing anymore either. Like it's either like you get the company pay card
Yeah.
or it's direct deposit.
That's it. That's
Fuck.
all it is.
That's scary, man. Like we're like watching the end of physical currency.
Like we're literally watching the NWO like slowly take control over every aspect of our life. And
Yeah, we're one of the last generations that's going to be able to say that, you know, we had free will if it keeps going like this, you know?
Oh, just wait till they.
One good thing to do.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say one good thing to do is to deal in cash for sure, but take out a bunch of money in cash in like $500 at the very least in like denominations of $5 bills or even $1 bills and just stash it away somewhere. So when the shit does hit the fan, they close down the banks and nobody can access any money. You're going to be in a lot better position than anybody else.
Yep, and really small, as small as you can get silver, so bullion and all that type of stuff. And of course, all the, you know, basics and survival shit that you need is going to be even more valuable if it does hit the fan.
yeah, and I'm seeing like, you know, I think these people like, you know, David Seaman and all these agents, like they're constantly pushing Bitcoin and Ethereum and all that. It's like,
yeah,
this cryptocurrency, it's like, okay, you like buy a lot of cryptocurrency, like they can easily shut that down in a heartbeat.
Well, yeah, I think Siemens pushing it because he knows that the Satanic Cabal is probably going to destroy Bitcoin so they can use Ethereum. That's my personal belief.
Yeah, they're going to try to use at least one of them, but yeah, I would say
because Ethereum has all the tech giants backed it, and it's got Russia and China. And it's, you know, unlike Bitcoin, it is actually, you know, centralized.
Ethereum centralized?
It is to a point, you know, because Bitcoin was created by a completely anonymous person. Ethereum was created we know exactly who created Ethereum.
Who created Ethereum?
I forget. It's like some Swedish kid. I forget his name.
Yeah, it's like how are these people, like you said, like randomly creating these cryptocurrencies? Like why are they all being pushed now? Like, you know, who are these people? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's really weird. It's just a push to digital currency, so you know they're phasing out physical currency.
I don't
But
trust.
see, the physical currency is worthless too. I mean, the American dollar, that's just a Jew printed piece of paper.
But you do get more freedoms with physical currency because you can do your own transactions, and that's not going to show up in a computer necessarily.
Yeah, but still, like the Novus Ordo Seclorum dollar, it's like it's not even what is it backed by? What is it backed by? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's all bad, and our dollar is shit. But I'd rather have a physical dollar than a dollar on my screen.
Well, I mean, Bitcoin.
If people like accept it or not. If people are accepting dollars as currency, then it has power.
Well, on top of that too,
people don't want it anymore.
Bitcoin was started with a great idea, you know, decentralized, you know, it wasn't being made by, you know, a centralized group. It was decentralized blockchain where basically anybody could, you know, anybody with the right processing power could solve an equation.
Yeah.
So, you know, intention was great, but, you know, the federal government doesn't like competition. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, they always strong arm that type of stuff because whenever you start to get some sort of influence, then that's when they come in.
Yeah, that's when they come in. They're like, "Hey, this is illegal." They kick down your door, and then that's it.
Yeah, just break all your shit.
Kick down your door, break all your shit, and yeah, that's all. Man, I don't know. Personally, like I think we're fucked, man. I mean, like,
it is scary.
Sister Sarah brings up a good point. Have you guys ever YouTubed Ken O'Keefe? Former Marine talking about the Zionist conspiracy. He's got some good shit too.
Yeah.
But see, like, they like to make it they like to call it a conspiracy, but it's really not a conspiracy. I mean, you know what I mean? It's not a conspiracy theory. It's the truth. But they
Conspiracy.
like, yeah,
Longer theory. It's conspiracy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
It's
mean,
yeah, it's a
actual.
conspiracy. But at the same time, like
there's-
that's how they write people off. Like, oh, he's just a conspiracy theorist. But in
Let's
actuality,
put it-
that's the truth.
Let's put it this way: if the founding fathers saw what the Congress was doing, they'd have them all hanged for treason.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Exactly. But the problem is, though, is that the founding fathers were Freemasons.
Not all of them.
Well, not all of them, but you know, most of them.
Hell,
They-
even Washington renounced Freemasonry.
Yeah. They had a
He
lot.
did.
They had a
Yes, he
lot
did.
of differing opinions too. Like Hamilton.
Some of them were lower. Yeah, some of them were lower Masons.
Yeah, and Hamilton and other guys like that were pro central banks, and then other guys, like Washington, were,
Andrew Jackson,
yeah, and they
Thomas
were against.
Jefferson, they were against
Oh yeah,
it.
Jackson fought the banks like
See-
no one else.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Jackson's famous last words: "I killed the bank."
Yeah.
Jackson. Yeah, he like was against the the banksters, the Rothschilds and stuff like that. And
That's a pretty anti-New World Order president if I've ever heard of one.
yeah.
do y'all think JFK was anti NWO? Is that why he got capped or?
I think so. There's a lot of different things that show he was trying to dismantle not only the Federal Reserve but also the CIA, and he was already printing his own currency. So instead
Yeah.
of Federal Reserve
Silver
notes,
certificates.
they started to print United States notes. So instead of it saying Federal Reserve notes on the top, it just says United States notes, which is what
Silver
it should be.
certificates.
Our
And on top-
Congress should
on
just
top-
power the purse.
On top of that, too, he actually, mentioned how the Catholics shouldn't have any influence over the presidents.
Yeah.
So not only did he piss off the Federal Reserve, the Cult of Intelligence, and the Vatican, who are all part of the same organization, in my opinion, the Satanic Cabal. So he pretty much stepped on all those, and they're like, we can't have this.
Yeah, he did that famous speech too, where he was talking against secret societies, and it was like shortly after that, a few months after that, that's when he
A
got
ruthless
capped.
conspiracy.
Yeah.
Exact
Targeting.
words.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if I may, I kind of want to switch gears here. Actually, the other day I read an article. It was like they're saying that Adolf Hitler he was a Rothschild.
I've heard
I've
that.
seen
I'm not so
that.
sure. I'd have to do more research.
Every time
Yeah,
I try
well-
to research, it's like there's never anything like hardcore smoking gun. Like it's
Well, see, like
always conjecture.
what I saw is that supposedly like his mother or whatever was a
bastard
was a housemaid for Rothschild, and then she mysteriously got pregnant. He probably pulled a Jefferson or whatever and fucked his slave, and then next thing you know, there's Adolf Hitler.
Yeah, and
Is
I've
that Jefferson?
I was actually researching that a few days ago, and long story short, all the guys that were talking about it, they said that it's kind of like when you start to research something like the Talmud, where they try to make you stop talking about it, or they try to it's a really touchy kind of subject. So a lot of people, they were saying at least that that's complete bullshit, and there's just no evidence for it. And that was, it's like how they say if the protocols of Zion were actually true, then there actually is this push of them trying to make it look fake. So that sort of thing, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But, I think that the Protocols of the Elders of Zion was probably written like Orwell's 1984. It's all true. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it was
because we're seeing George Orwell's nightmare come to life.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter who wrote it. The fact is that it's coming true, sort of a thing.
Well, here's an interesting quote from Anton Scalia, former justice who was killed off.
Antonin.
Basically, and a lot of these Supreme Court justices basically said to the fact that, oh, we like to study the Talmud. That's where we get our understandings of how to interpret the Constitution.
They said that.
They said that. That should scare the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can pull a quote.
Whenever there's like something that they say is like founded from the teachings of the Talmud or something like that, just it's pretty crazy. Pay attention, to say the least.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is. Oh shit. Hold on. God damn it. All right. While Justice Antonin Scalia was known for his strong Catholic faith, he also found time to learn about other legal traditions, including Jewish law. Visiting the university at Buffalo Law School in 2002, he met with adjutant law professor. Fucking advertisement, get off my screen. And Rabbi Nosson Guru, and learned about what Judaism has to say on some pressing legal issues. And as we know, the Talmud is about getting around God's law. Justice Scalia later wrote to Rabbi Gure expressing his appreciation of learning about Jewish law. Knowledge of another legal system helped him to understand the U.S. legal system better, Gure said about Scalia's correspondence. We're fucked.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, that's like, what the fuck do you do?
See, the bottom line is that the U.S. is 100% Jewish Zionist controlled.
Hold on, it gets better. Later that year, Scalia was one of only 3 Supreme Court justices, along with 2 Jewish justices, Ruth Bader Ginsburg and Stephen Breyer, who attended and spoke at an inaugural meeting for National Institute for Judaic Law.
Oh, boy.
The organization, founded by Scalia's old law school's colleague, Nathan Lewin, and his daughter Eliza, classes and events to educate people about Jewish legal issues. The kickoff event was another first, a kosher dinner for 200, the first served in the Supreme Court. Fucking lovely.
Kosher didn't. All right, so they were eating matzo balls and shit.
God damn. That's crazy.
Wow, man.
I mean, just when you look at it now, like when we look at it, it's so fucking blatant. But like, I don't know. I guess really a way that we could try to, wake people up that don't even know is just show stuff like that where it's like, do you think that these people are overrepresented? Because they totally are.
Well, see, and the thing is that the sad part is that most of the American public they're stupid.
Yeah, they were born. Yeah, just like
they're indoctrinated from birth, and so you mention anything about Jewish control, whatever, like, oh, you're an anti-Semite.
Yeah, it instantly goes.
And they don't even know what the fuck a Semite is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's really true. It's just a very deeply ingrained thing that they just, because for years when I first woke up, I didn't want to look at Zionism and I didn't want to look at any part of, Jewish representation within governments. I stayed away for years and years and years, and I'll never forget.
Because you didn't want to sound like David Duke.
Yeah, exactly. And
it's all this. Yeah, and David Duke, he's actually a pretty smart man. But I watched some of his.
He's not as nuts as you think.
Yeah, and I watched some of his periscopes. He's all like about white identity and stuff. Like, I understand. See, the thing is though, is that I agree with what he's saying about white identity, even though I'm not, white. But I'm saying, like, I agree with what he's saying though. He wants to preserve his culture and his heritage, but it's being fucking overrun by Jewish, interference.
There's only one problem with David Duke, and that was the fact that he, and I'm saying this not as a person who, just the KKK alone, but if you know anything about history, the KKK was founded by Albert Pike, a Freemason.
It was?
Yeah, Albert Pike.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Remember the guy I quoted earlier from Morals and Dogma?
Yeah, I know Albert Pike is, but I'm saying I didn't know that he founded the Ku Klux Klan.
Yes, he did. So anything that David Duke says, I know there's a hint of lie because of the fact that the KKK is another secret society.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy stuff, man. And I've never fully trusted him, and you can, watch different videos or go to, Google different stuff that, people that debunk him or, have a lot of things that, are kind of questionable. And that would probably be overall my biggest qualm too, what Cube said, where he has, prior experience with a secret society, basically.
Hey guys, I have a question real quick. I was just hopped on. I charged my phone up to talk, but it's gonna die soon. How much longer are y'all gonna be on? Am I gonna be able to like tap back in later, or are y'all about to wrap up?
It's not my show to say.
Yeah, it's not mine either.
Or
I'm sorry. What was the
my
question?
assignment right here, it's pretty.
I'm saying I need to charge my phone for like 15 more minutes so I can continue talking. Are y'all about to wrap up, or am I gonna be able to like come back in?
I think we can go for about 15 more minutes.
All right, because I'm gonna like turn my phone off and charge it for like 15 minutes so I get a little good charge in there so I can talk for a little bit longer if that's cool.
Yeah, sure. Everybody be silent for about 15 minutes. Make them feel that. Make them feel that pressure.
That shit, I know it just fucking sucks that like my phone is like almost dead and I want to like keep talking, but
Yeah,
charge
your phone while you're. Yeah.
No, I'm charging my phone while I'm talking, but it's taking like so much battery power.
Turn your brightness down.
Yeah, so better turn the porn off.
Well, actually, if you turn the brightness down, that'll save your battery life.
Oh yeah. I'm doing that. It's still fucking about to cut out, but I mean, are y'all gonna be talking for a little while longer or no?
I think we're about to wrap up here.
But you can always be on the show, man.
We do it Wednesday night on my channel, so yeah, stop on by.
All right, man. Well, I'll just let y'all go. I'll be back Wednesday with a fully charged phone.
Hey, Donnie, before you leave, you got a place where people can reach you?
I mean, what do you mean, like, reach me? Like,
well, I mean, do you have your own YouTube channel or any social media that you feel comfortable sharing?
yeah, well, hit me up on Twitter, y'all. It's at the Don DON DNB 420.
Okay, NATO phonetic alphabet, please.
Okay, it's at Twitter. It's at the Tango Hotel Echo DNB or at the Don DNB 420.
All right, cool,
Type
man.
it in the chat. Type it in the chat.
I'll type it in the chat. Yeah, I'll type it in the chat. Y'all hit me up on Twitter and stuff.
Definitely.
All right, for sure. Hey, y'all take care. I'll see y'all on Wednesday.
All right, man.
Yeah,
Talk to you later.
All right, peace.
Out, man.
Peace.
Good hearing from you, Donnie. Well, as we're wrapping up, Uncommon, you want to go ahead and say a few things?
Yeah. Goodbye, guys.
Plug your channel.
That's pretty much it.
Let them know where they can get to you.
Well, yeah. I mean, I have this channel, the Uncommon Conspiracies. That's me. So I guess that's the best way.
I was about to say I've seen a couple videos too. Dave.
Oh yeah, I haven't posted in a while, man. I gotta start doing that again.
Yeah, you had some good videos.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah, pretty funny. That's fucking all of us. And just be like, "That's you."
That's funny.
Always good to hear from you, brother.
Yeah, thank you guys. Oh, you kind of cutting out.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
you cut
couldn't
out.
hear you. We couldn't hear anything you said.
I said, Amanda, you want to say a few things?
Oh no, I'll just see y'all Wednesday. Y'all have a good night, and I'm gonna check out the info you sent us about the bill so I can call.
Yeah, please
and
do.
what I
Everybody,
can to try to stop that.
Yeah.
everybody, try to kill that bill. It needs to be gone.
And then I'll just put my Twitter in the chat. So I'll holler at y'all. Y'all have a good night.
Always good hearing from you. God bless, Amanda. Lloyd die?
Maybe. He's filling out his Mossad application.
Must
big.
be.
There he is.
All right,
Sorry,
Trey.
guys. Had to feed the baby.
Cool.
All right, Jason. It's your turn, buddy.
All right. Well, I guess I don't have too much to say. I guess I could say don't be afraid to ask questions, even if there's a stigma around them. Things like Zionism and asking questions about, especially stuff like World War II and things like that can often make people emotionally attack you. But I think it's important to just learn why we have those certain gut reactions and if we were programmed to have those certain reactions. So it's always good to look out for that kind of stuff. And I guess that's all I have for tonight. And I'll see you guys on the next show on Wednesday on Cube's channel.
Yep, be sure to stay on the line.
All right.
And yeah, I mean, Trayson, that was some great work that you did for uncovering that one god-awful thing that we
I wouldn't say
all had
great.
to be exposed to. I would say great because that's information that not a lot of people had.
And for good reason, I guess. Jesus.
I know. It sucks to break that kind of information, but still, it needs to get out.
Yeah.
And by the way, yeah, you're absolutely right. You should, people should be looking up the Holocaust because how much more can they ride on that pony?
Yeah.
They're beating a dead horse by now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying the Nazis were good guys because they were occultist. I'm just saying maybe they weren't as bad as we're led to believe.
Yeah, it wasn't black and white. It had a lot to do with banking and Zionism and all that. So, yeah.
A lot of gray areas.
Yep.
But yeah, always pleasure hearing from you, Trayson.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, thanks for
I guess it's
stopping
my
in,
turn.
Tracy.
Yeah, no problem.
I guess it's my turn now. As you guys know, I'm Black Cube Mystery. We do the show on Mondays and Wednesday nights. Mondays on Lloyd's channel, Wednesdays on mine. As always, it's great hearing from all of you. And the show, as I said before, isn't any of ours. It's yours. That's why we do the open link, because we want to hear from you. Because when it comes down to it, this is the truth community.
Yeah.
And until we start bickering amongst ourselves and, shilling for views, it just boils down to why are these people putting out content and what's the message? Well, I can tell you my message is this. There is a satanic cabal out there. They are out to destroy everything. And they are basically, the end result is your free will. Don't let them take it. We still have a chance. We can still fight for as long as we can because it doesn't have to end with this generation. Once again, Black Cube Mystery. You can find my channel. I love hearing from all of y'all. Southern came out. Once again, have nothing to do with the works of darkness, but rather expose them. Keep your dick in a vice.
Keep that dick in a vice, everybody.
Yes,
You
sir.
trannies, you females that still have your dicks. I know you didn't transition all the way yet, but get that dick in a vice.
I'm sorry, I spaced out for a minute.
He was putting
We're
his
just
dick in
talking
a
about.
vice.
Yeah, we're just getting our dicks in the vice. All right,
Well,
this is Burning Down Babylon. I'm on Twitter at LloydWhite462. You're obviously on my YouTube channel, so you can send me nudies of your tranny friends. No, I'm just kidding. The pictures of the naked trannies go to Cube's email. I'll post that in the description.
I was gonna say.
You post my email. I was about to say, you post my email. I'm gonna reverse ARP your ass on IP. Find your IP address, then find your home address.
Dun, dun, dun.
You want to snuggle?
I was about to say,
Yeah,
you might be snuggling with something up your butt, and it won't be.
Cube.
And
Not
it won't
during
be
the show.
Yeah, I thought you were supposed to be putting your dick in a vice. What's up?
Oh, it's not going to be my
Yeah.
dick.
Get that dick in a vice. Get
But-
that back.
Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, guys. I'm starting a new thing on Google Plus, where
Yeah.
I'd like, a lot of you, like Trayson, had great information. So I'm going to be starting a group on Google Plus. Feel free to join if you can't. My Google Plus is Google Plus Black Cube Mystery. And just post articles that you find relevant to what's going on in today's world. And I'll make sure that they get on the next show.
Cool.
Giddy up. Did everyone do their thing?
Yeah, I think you can close it and say your last thing, Babylon.
All right, I really don't have much to say because, like I said in the beginning of the show, I've been working every day since the last show, so I haven't had time to really look at anything. But it was cool just to hang out with everyone and,
Yeah.
get everybody on the show. I think Trayson did that. The way to get you on the show that works. That's the way.
Yeah, that worked. So whatever you did.
Okay.
We will do that next time.
Yeah, we know how to get you on now.
Cool.
All right, everybody, we do this show. Are we going to 10 o'clock, Cube?
Yeah, we're live 10.
Yeah.
Oh, we're live Mondays and Wednesdays at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Mondays we're on my channel. Wednesdays we're on Cube's channel. Come check us out. We always post the link so you can join in the show, like our compatriots have tonight. Much to go on. You guys want to finish with anything?
Nope,
Well-
just getting my dick in a vice.
I was about to say, don't be sending me tranny porn, man.
All right. Remember that that email address will be in the description for the tranny porn. And I will see you Wednesday.
You're a dead
Peace
man.
out.
Later.